You didn't watch
watching it back in the day?
Yeah. There was more that I was going to say.
I was going to say, was that it?
No, but this has like a melodramatic, like some things
Oh.
about it are like.
Oh yeah, I mean the original was too. But
This whole the whole show is very dramatic, but
Yes.
that's what works for it. I just love the dang X-Men, man.
Yep.
I just really do. I think
agree.
they're probably my favorite in that realm, just because of like all their, just like how it applies to today's world, or not just today's world, but like, you know, like the whole social bit of it, for some reason really strikes me. And with the X-Men, you could do anything you want. Like, it's not just like, oh, it's got to be in this criteria. It's just like, oh, they're mutants, so this guy's got this power. Let's they can kind
They
of
could shoot forks out of their toes and people don't question.
They could be a drummer man who comes from
don't
the
you dare grab out.
But like, yeah, so like I love the freedom of that, and like and just how it relates to the real world. It's like one of my favorite things, but it's also one of the things, even though I did like the live action movies, it's one of those things that like works really well in comics and cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
And it, you know, that's one that's like a little bit more kind of out there if you go live action.
Mm-hmm.
But
they showed
That's why they gave them all black leather outfits.
This season gave one of my favorite mutants a little bit of time in the sun. They were running out of the jail when they had the jailbreak. It's Glob Herman, which is the pink blob guy that just has a skeleton and a brain inside of him. You see him running out of the jail. I was like, oh, it's Glob.
That's so funny that he's in it, because I remember him from the one of the only comics I read. I read like one of the newer X-Men like youth comics.
Yes,
and he was one of the guys, and
he
was great.
Taking care of chickens?
He was. It was that we talked about it when I read it, because you really liked him,
I love him.
and I paid extra attention to him, and he was great, because he was actually a really good character, even though he's like literally a.
Even though his name is Glob Herman.
Yeah, poor guy.
When I saw him, I automatically thought of the
please.
Automatically thought of the Quantum Mania, but it's not the same Glob, right?
No.
You can't drink Glob Herman's essence and speak the language.
Can happen in X-Men and comic books, so I'm sure at some point somebody's at least had a little bit of Glob. Glob on my knob, like corn on the cob.
I don't. I know we got to start the show, but I don't
want to.
I don't hate. I don't hate like the time travel bits in the X-Men '97, but like it just leaves a lot of questions. I'm willing to like. It doesn't bother me. Like if it was a more serious thing, I guess it would bother me. But like, you know, when you're talking time travel, it's like, well, go back in time and kill him as a baby. What are we doing? Like, or something like. Stop him from being left by his mother, or
as far as I know,
have a time machine.
They have gone back in time in multiple comics in the past to try and kill him, so they're left with only ways that they haven't tried before. So I think that's what they're getting at.
Same character, or just in general?
Apocalypse.
It seems like
Armageddon.
It seems like it's one of those things where that's like one of the constants and variables, where no matter what happens, that's one thing that's never going to change.
But is Apocalypse also like in all time, like all being?
I don't know enough about Apocalypse to say that. I mean, I would guess yes.
I never actually watched the films, and which are like the same storyline, it seems, or similar. But he said something at one point about like the X-Men in the past or something, and I was like, oh, I wonder if he experiences it all, which would make it really hard to ambush him or do something.
It's true.
Yeah, there was a line that repeated. It might have been in this latest episode, so I don't know if you heard it, but like I think Professor X might say it the second time, Magneto might say it the first time. It's something like, we can't stop them, and then it's like we don't stop them.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like no matter how many times we go
Yes.
back in time, we don't stop them.
Yes,
because we can't.
I've read many comics where they are trying to stop them and they never do. But yeah, I don't know how long that's been going on. Obviously, what I know about comics is a drop in a bucket compared to what's out there. All right,
It's very BioShock Infinite.
3, 2, 1. Go Nintendo Podcast, webisode 1035, the Caterpie podcast. For protection, Caterpie releases a horrible stench from the antenna on its head to drive away enemies. It's 1 foot tall. It's 6.4 pounds, male and female. The category is worm, and abilities include shield dust. Protective dust shields the Pokemon from the additional effects of moves. That is the end of the Pokemon section.
So Caterpie fights dirty. They're throwing dust clouds in your face.
Only if told by the trainer.
Oh.
Or I guess a wild
that
one
how
would
it
do it.
works?
Sure. A wild one could do
I
it.
thought you just throw them out there and they have to fend for themselves. They just
No, you yell your attacks at them. You yell what to do and they do it.
I was today years old.
Have you ever seen,
Nope.
and I say this lovingly, but it will not come across that way. Have you ever seen a single episode of the Pokemon anime? Because that's all the trainers' things. Ash is like, Pikachu, use Thunderbolt. And Pikachu says,
okay.
In his own way, yes.
Pikachu.
The only one, well, not the only one. One of the only ones that talks is Meowth. Or Mew. Meowth. Mew and Meowth are two different Pokemon. Mew is the one that looks like a little space baby cat.
Yeah, what was going on with Mew?
He broke out of his containment unit in Japan and popped up in New York.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
10th anniversary. Well, ask this guy. He's the Pokemon expert.
I don't
want to be here.
Any of the unofficial podcast storylines, or Pokemon storylines. So
okay, so you definitely know this one.
Oh, I thought this was like one of those things, those internet fascinations.
I thought this was one of those internet fascinations. Stu Michaels is here.
Cuckoo.
How are you doing?
Just fine.
Nikki Hill is here. Nikki, how are you doing?
Hanging in there.
Josh Grobot is here. Josh, how are you doing?
Shut up. I don't care.
I had a feeling. By the way, for those of us at the table during this podcast, which is 3 people, that speaker will probably die, and we don't have the charger because we are packing for our trip to North Carolina.
There's a little charger next to that bird snuggle thing.
Yeah, that's true. That could happen. If it craps out, we'll
there's a
give it a shot.
There's a plug.
I know, yeah, but the brick was gone. I didn't realize there was a brick back there.
We could do it.
It looks like a switch brick to me. And George is here. George, how are you doing, my friend?
Oh, but George, no.
But George, no to you too, my friend. All right, everybody. Mom Brain is not here. Poor Mom Brain. I'll tell you the story. So, as some of you know, we are going to our weekly Outer Banks trip tomorrow. Vacation Man, aka Do Michaels, will be taking care of Piper as well as another friend. So she will not be alone. Don't you worry. She will be well taken care of. But Mom Brain and I have been packing. Here's the truth. I've been moving things around. I haven't actually packed anything yet, but Mom Brain was planning to pack last night, and she wanted to take care of her plants first and get them all watered and everything and blah, 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 blah. So she went out.
Watered the stuff she packed, the clothes she packed, and not the plants.
What am I thinking? And I was like, Mom Brain, that's not how a bathing suit works. So she went outside, and then she opened the sliding door, and I was in the living room, and she
went
said,
outside before she opened the sliding door.
Oh, I'm sorry. She walked right through it. She opened the door. She went outside, and then a few minutes later, she opened the door again and called in and said, RMC, everything's fine. And as I said to Do, I know that means everything is not fine. We had our roof redone a few months ago, and apparently some of the roofing staples had been left outside or fallen. I don't know what happened.
Awful. They end up everywhere.
So Mom Brain stepped directly on a roofing staple into her heel, but it's not, it's a roofing staple. So imagine like 20 staples together. And she stepped into that. So it was like
it's thick
horrible
and gross.
I thought I knew what you meant until you said that, but yes.
I'll drop a picture in the Discord.
Okay.
So she stepped on that, and I went outside to help her, and it looked like a murder scene because she was bleeding all over the place, and I had to
Has she
hose
had
the
her
deck
tetanus
down. It was
shot?
terrible. She is up to date on
I
tetanus.
imagine she is.
Everything is good here. I will. No,
Sorry.
definitely
Hope
not.
you feel good, Mom Brain.
Sorry. I sent that to Quince directly. Quince, that's an accident. How do I delete this?
What did you send?
A nude.
He's trying to send a
Nude,
picture
baby.
of the staple in the Discord so we could see
You got, I can show you the actual.
just how gnarly.
I'll show it to you.
All right, here. There you go. Staples in there. So that one of the, it's a massive staple. It's giant.
And it was 3 of them stuck together.
And they were stand up.
Stuck all the way in my foot.
No, like it was
Quince.
in that so it landed
Oh,
up.
God.
That's-
Yeah, went in. Quince, yes, my mistake. Sorry, you were the last one I messaged on my phone.
I just went, blink, shot it out across the room.
So
You're gonna say a nail because those things end up all over the
I've been
place.
picking up rusty nails,
Yeah.
so thank goodness it was this and not a rusty nail.
Right.
Radical Defect says, "Hi, Mom Brain, we miss you." So Mom Brain had that
The first
happen.
thing the doctor did at the urgent care was poke it.
Oh
And I
yeah.
was like,
He actually pushed the staple back in.
well,
Yeah.
that was
Is this where it went in? Right here?
Here's a problem. This thing came out.
You got a hole right here. Let me plug it.
when I checked in, they were like, is the staple still in your foot? And I was like, no.
And she was like, "I am no longer confident in your abilities."
Yeah, right.
That doctor got their degree playing Operation.
Here we go, dude. It's gonna happen again.
Water on the knee.
Oh, thank you. Operation $1,000 fee.
There
Okay.
you go. The actual lyrics.
We
this
can't
time.
talk. I'll tell you later what happened. But anyway, that happened. Almost perfect timing for all the urgent care places to close. It was like within 10 minutes of them all closing here. So we talked to my cousin who is a nurse, and she gave us the rundown and said, asked all the right questions, told us what to do. She said, yeah, she should be fine to go to urgent care in the morning, which is what Mom Brain did. They said, you're all good. Just, keep an eye on it. You're up to
don't
date on
step
tetanus.
on any
Everything's
more
fine.
Well, it's also
Staples.
sucks.
They were like,
Barefoot.
even it out. Step on one with your other foot.
Just about to go to the beach with a foothold.
The doctor said, no more monkeys. The doctor said, it's okay. You can get it wet and all that. He's like, just keep it clean and keep an eye on it.
Good luck with that.
And she
Sign
said,
them
I am
up.
going to
The beach.
vacation with a nurse. And he said, well, then you're going to be totally fine. He's like, if you got any questions, just
I
ask
mean,
her.
the salt water
something
might
happens
help,
to the
maybe,
nurse.
right? But just gotta keep it.
Quince, that is fantastic. By the way, I'll say this right now. As I said, I'm going on vacation, and that means yes for I don't know. What is this, the second year in a row? Quince, I can't remember. Is this second or third?
You've gone every year your whole life.
That I won't be updating the site. It will be all Quince and the other
Oh.
people that normally do it. But Quince will be taking over my role. So Quince is your GoNintendo operator, commander-in-chief for the coming week starting tomorrow. So the last of me you're going to get on the site will be tonight. But thank you to Quince. So I will be actually on vacation, but I will still be doing my Patreon posts. And I will still be popping in and sending Quince emails, and Quince can message me anytime. I'll be out of pocket, but not actually doing posting. So God help and bless Quince. I wish him the best of luck. He's done an amazing job in the past, so I have no worries. And I have an inside track that has told me 4 Nintendo Directs will be announced this week, and Quince will be handling them all. So good luck, Quince. That's right, raw meat cow Quince. That's perfect. Let me say hello to Discord. Hello. Oh, let me get out of here.
Rami Quince boy.
Hello, Laxter and Quince and Radical Defect and Freddie Fro and SD and Ice Dilbert and Blood Ocean and Colossus. And Colossus, I have something from you today, by the way. Hello, Zell Dude. Oh, look at this beautiful, beautiful dog. Roth and Sneaker Hacks and whoever else I didn't see in here. Thanks for Guy Bones. Thanks for joining us, Retsuza, all that. And your beautiful pets. Thanks for sending pictures of them. We always appreciate it. So yes, a little bit hectic. So Mom Brain is not on the podcast because our packing schedule has been thrown out of whack. We'll be fine, but and then Mom Brain didn't really sleep well. My
usually
packing
pack
is fine.
5 minutes before you leave.
Yeah,
You're good.
I do. Yeah, but we're doing other stuff
But
that we
Mom
didn't
Brain
get a
needs
chance
the
to do.
time to pack all the things that you're going to need that you don't.
You know what? I'm really good about it. I have a list on my phone. I checklist everything. And all that I literally do is throw my clothes in whatever bag we're doing at the end, and then that's it. So we're good.
You're bringing that? Are you bringing it?
The iPad?
The
Laptop?
computer.
Yeah, I bring it just in case. I'm not going to be like, sorry, Quince, out of luck. I didn't bring my laptop. Yeah, I bring the laptop. And we bring the iPad.
Quince, the rule is if Raw Meat posts once during vacation, you don't get paid at all.
Mm-mm. Not true. But like I said, I will be doing Patreon. So you'll get your
Trying to
regular
help you
posts
out
over
here.
there. There was something else I was going to say. So we have, yeah, let's do that. Last week we talked about Sony getting out of the physical game business, and you guys have been reaching out and telling me, oh, I should have done that. Telling me lots of things, but I had an email from one person in particular that I want to read to you today. Here's a weird email from Roger Lau. We noticed you. I bet it's political. Yep, it's political.
It's about Sony?
No, I was just opening my email now.
Trump said,
Yes, this is Figley Summonuts. That's not their real name. Figley is their name. They sent me an email about Sony and games and physical and all that. They said, hope you're doing well. Longtime fan of the podcast and the site. First time writing you an email. Well, thank you very much. And this is my first time reading your email. Sorry if this is the wrong email. No. But I just wanted to bring up a point about the physical game discussion on this week's podcast. One of the biggest things that bothers me, he wrote brothers, but he meant bothers. This really brothers me. About this is going to be accessibility of video games moving forward. My wife works at a library, and one of the things they loan out is video games. With the recent announcement from Rockstar about GTA 6 being digital only, she's had to turn away a lot of people who want to put the game on hold. This honestly breaks my heart, as I see a future where these people can't afford to buy the newest games, and the library will no longer be an option. Now, if there was a video game version of like Libby or something, then that would solve this problem, but I don't see that happening. I believe everyone should have free public and legal access to all media, and to me, this decision by Sony is a huge blow to the libraries and the used market. It saddens me that that kids or just anyone in the future won't have access to these games anymore. Not everyone can afford a new game. And at the end of the day, I don't really think library access affects publishers' bottom dollar. These people aren't magically going to have money now to buy video games just because they can no longer access the library copies. They will just miss out entirely. And please don't take this email in the wrong way. I 100% agree with you and what you said on the pod. I know this makes the most financial sense for Sony, and I don't agree with it and I don't agree at all with the death threats people are making online. I just wanted to point out another point of view that maybe you didn't think of. As you can tell, I'm very passionate about this topic, and it saddens me that this is what the future looks like. Again, no, and then nice things to me. Thank you, Figley. No, hey, Solomon, completely agree with you on that. 100%. You are right. Libraries have become extremely popular for people renting video games, and a lot of adults and kids go to the library to check out games, which is awesome because we don't really have video rental stores like we used to back in the day where you could rent games. So the library stepping in and filling that void is fantastic. So I agree. Yes, it's a whole market that will go unserved now. And you don't see publishers of books being like, no more physical books because people are at the library renting books. I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of I know publishers have downsized what they're doing as far as physical books. And I know publishers have moved away from trade paperbacks. And I know, so we could get to a point where I'm sure there's some publishers now that are like, we only do digital releases, but there's still a very healthy physical book market, but we could be inching that way. Perhaps publishers are like, I don't know what the average age of a reader is. Like the biggest audience, I would imagine it to be older people, but maybe I'm wrong. So, the older audiences now still want physical books, but, to give it 50 years, they'll be like, no, we don't need physical books anymore because people read on their phone. So it could happen, but we're not there yet. But with video games, yes, there's the unearned and incorrect assumption that the majority of them are younger people. They're not. That's a very healthy audience for gaming, but the bigger audience is 20s, 30s, 40s. So we're just seeing that rapid spread of physicals not needed, and we don't care about anybody who's getting games physically. And the library is a point you don't really see people bringing up. So I think, Figley, you are 100% right, and I am with you 100% on that. I think it's terrible, and I think it's a mistake, and I don't like to see it. So thank you for bringing that point up. Hey, Malik,
I mean, luckily they don't have a ton of not proprietary, but their own content, right? So you can still get the content from somebody else and just say Sony, take a hike.
What are you
for the
talking
most
about?
part. If people want to play the games,
We're not picking up on what you're saying.
you don't have to buy Sony systems if you don't want.
Oh.
If you want to play the games, buy a system that carries the game. And
If you want to
and
play
if they're-
Sony's games, you have to.
right,
Yeah, but yes, there's a
But
vast
hey,
majority of titles that are
uh,
not made by Sony
right,
that you can get on all systems. So
Right.
yes, you have Xbox, PlayStation, and PC, or Xbox, Nintendo, and PC to choose for a wide variety of those games. Yes, but if you want your Uncharted's or your God of Wars, minus the new one that's coming out, which they did say will be physical, and all that other stuff, then yes, you will miss out on a sliver of games, and they may be important to you or they may not be. So who knows? I don't know. But Nikki Hill makes a great point. There is a vast sea of games out there to choose from. And maybe if you're very passionate about there not being physical games, you should decide, I'll go without the Sony games and I'll support the other games that are out there. So,
I am curious to know what happens in the future with their sales.
hey, Spaced Out.
Like, if people are going to continue I mean, there's definitely some people who are going to keep supporting it, but
Well, that was it. There was there were a whole bunch of articles this week where there was we're done with Sony, we're not supporting them. And then some version of Call of Duty, like a retro version of Call of Duty, got re-released for PS4 and PS5, and people jumped on it to buy it right away. And other Sony fans were like, guys, it hasn't even been a week and you've already gone
Right.
back on what you said you're going to do. Like, this is crazy. And it's for an old game that you already have on another system. Like, forget it. We're screwed. If you're going to show Sony that you're not going to buy their stuff because of this stuff, and then less than a week later you fold, they're like, then you're proving their point.
yeah. Also, just to go back to that too, a couple of years, if Sony was in the position to purchase, what is it, Treyarch or whatever, and get the Call of Duty IP,
Oh, well, it would be Activision
those older
Blizzard.
versions wouldn't be going out to Microsoft or anything, right?
That's true. Yeah, well, they could, but yes, there'd be other steps that have to be taken. So, yep. Hindsight is 2020, as they say.
All I'm
And
saying
Sony's
is,
hindsight right now is like,
Sony-
why were we ever releasing physical games?
Sony makes some bad decisions and whatever. Anyway, in general, I don't know.
I mean, they all do. Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony all do. I would argue right now, Nintendo's the one that looks the best, which very rarely happens, at least as far as most gamers consider. But
I mean, you
there
say
are
that, but we still have game key cards.
there's more and more articles and conversations popping up where they're like, the headlines are, is Nintendo the good guy, or is Sony the bad guy, or has Sony always been the good guy, or has Nintendo always been the good guy? And I'm like, it's win-win for Nintendo here. What's going on?
Is
and
there
articles
something
are
going on
coming
with
out.
Microsoft too, though. AI
Man,
stories or something.
You're reading right into what I'm going to say. There's insiders coming out right now that are, noteworthy, who are saying Microsoft has been having these exact same conversations for a very long time, and they are doing the same thing. They're just not going to
About the-
piggyback on Sony and be like, oh, also no physical over here too.
Oh,
But
okay.
that is very much the direction they are going.
I thought you were kind of saying Microsoft has been having these conversations behind closed doors. Who's the good guy? Who's the bad guy? Nintendo or Sony? Who
Are we the bad guys? No. So it seems like, not surprisingly, Microsoft would head in that direction as well. And why not? Because people already hate them much more than Sony anyway, and their audience is already that much smaller. So why not cut and run now? So we'll see what happens. But yes,
This is so exhausting talking about like the fans that hate all of their hobby,
Yeah.
like companies' hobbies. Like, it's just so exhausting. I mean, in this case, it's a little warranted. I can see why we're talking
yeah.
about it, but like, oh my God.
I am at my critical mass for exhaustion of fan bases that absolutely hate the things that they hate. But as you said, we agree. Or that they supposedly love. Yes, I agree with you. 100% warranted. The physical release is going away. We all agree is a bad thing, and we don't like it. But yes, it's a
they have
little picture into the window of fan bases and we're not saying all complaints are invalid. There are certainly valid complaints, but it's like
it's not even that. It's more that the companies have to take that into account before they make any decisions at all. They're like, well, our fans are going to be upset about X, Y, and Z. I mean, in this case, again, warranted, but like literally, like it's it's like a checkbox that they have to take into account every single time. The fans, what are they gonna? They're gonna hate us. They're gonna
Look at
crush us. They're
the
gonna kill us.
Christopher Nolan fans. I mean, he could do no wrong until
It's unbelievable. It's
Until what?
unbelievable.
AI.
no. What do you mean? You haven't heard any of this Christopher Nolan backlash? You're kidding me.
Casting a trans man,
Casting a black
woman, probably other things.
Using modern day language in the Odyssey. Like it's a trifecta of we hate Christopher Nolan. It's crazy because
Like
he was one of the bros where it was
what
like
do you mean modern day language? Like somebody's talking about
instead
being
of saying
snatched
father,
or, like,
saying dad, or saying dad instead of father and things like that.
Oh, okay.
But yes, I mean he was one of the ones that the bros latched onto and were like, Christopher Nolan's movies are amazing.
Right.
He doesn't do anything wrong. My butt will be in the seat every time he's got something in the theater. And then what? A black woman, a trans man, forget it.
And by the way, the latest trailer that every fan hated and is complaining about, because that's what they do, it had like 1 second of the trans character. It had like 1 second of the black character. You could tell they were just like trying to like not even keep, like they didn't even want to put him in the trailer, and people were still mad.
Over 500,000 dislikes on that trailer, by the way.
Speaker died already.
Oh, did it?
It's
Yes,
on
I
by
really did.
Oh, well, they can hear it. We can.
yes,
I
really do.
And Roth, this is for you.
Mm.
I'd say that situation with fan bases and how they react is a little wild and a little strange.
Stranger Things.
You were a Nickelodeon kid.
Oh, sorry.
I'm looking at the thumbnail you put in there. Roth put a thumbnail from YouTube, or a collection of thumbnails from YouTube, where one of the thumbnails says, "Is Nintendo physical media's last hope?" And the thumbnail says specifically, "The good guys?" ? So there's proof. By the way, no shade to GVG. I really like them. I think they're a good outlet. So it's just funny that popped up. But 2 thumbnails down from that is "Hey Dude," which is the "Hey Dude" song. Come on, Nicky Hill, give us a little "Hey Dude." Sing the song.
I have no idea.
You are such a liar.
Please don't do this to me. I really don't.
Do you not want to sing, or you don't know?
I really don't know.
Okay. It's a little wild and a little strange when you make your home out on the range. No?
So that part, the second part of that sentence.
Something your horse and come along. Something about a ride and you can't hold on.
I mean, I don't know it, but it's
Singing. Yippee-ki-yay. Yippee-ki-yay. What?
Also,
Like the cowboys say.
that's where Bruce Willis got it for Die Hard.
Mom Brain, we need you. You really don't. I'm not.
I mean,
I'm not looking down on you. I'm
it
saying you really don't
sounds
know.
familiar now that you're singing it, but I couldn't even what you've given me. I can't
Stevie.
give you another line of it.
Is there? Well, I could only do half the lines for some of it too. Is there a theme song from Nickelodeon that you do remember? You remember Clarissa's song? Na 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 na.
Again, you sing it. I
Na
know.
na 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 na.
It's like I know the parts that you're singing because you're singing it.
Way cool. Hey, Raphael,
Yeah.
good to see you.
I don't like my brain.
Raphael says something your horse, if you know what I mean. You're
If,
right.
I mean, I also started this. I sat down and said, I don't remember watching X-Men, the cartoon, the animated series. I may have watched it. I don't remember.
Ben Stiller's wife was on Hey Dude.
That I know. Yeah.
She's very attractive. She's still
Yeah.
very attractive.
She
I had
was
such a
also
crush on her.
Marcia
Yes, it's true.
In the Brady Bunch, and
It's-
she was like a spitting image.
Okay, there you go. Now you don't know the songs, but you know the actors from it. So we got something. You got a connection.
He
I'm
knows the pretty ladies.
I'm so desperate to think of one theme song from Nickelodeon that you know. I'm sure there is one, but
I'm not. I can't think of anything off the top of my head because
trying to think of ones with lyrics.
because my brain is right here.
I'm sure you remember. Well, I've said that before. Do you remember any of the Doug theme song?
I know he had one.
Do 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 do
Yeah,
do
that's
do
the
do.
I can't.
I
I can't pull the things out of thin air like you can, and I also don't remember 98%.
All right, well,
of my
let's swing it back
childhood.
Is
to
it
something you
just-
know. Do you know the Simpsons theme song?
That's okay. That's a good question.
I can't regurgitate it. In the
Okay,
moment.
then
Like,
I won't do this to you anymore. Then. Just to be nice, I won't do it. I'm not saying I'm annoyed. I'm saying I won't do it as to
I
not put you on the spot anymore.
Yeah, I was wondering if it was Nickelodeon related or if it
Yes.
was everything related.
No, I mean, we've had this conversation before. You wanted me to sing the Super Mario theme, and I can't get it. I can't just get it. I have to like. I can't. I don't know. I don't know these things.
It's okay. It's all right.
The problem is you needed to put lyrics to them like Dude did, like where the unicorns grow, and then you'll never forget the
That's
song.
right.
Maybe. But then also,
Stevie, we don't talk about Disney's Doug here. We don't mention that
then
one.
also like in the middle of doing something, like I was on the phone with Dude once, and I was cooking something, and I tapped the spoon on the side of the pot, and it made a rhythm, and then I started singing a song, and Dude was like, I don't want to be on the phone for this, and those things happen where like I'm like stimming on things, but I have zero recollection of, like, I can't.
Blood Ocean says, is Nikki Hill a true 90s kid? You see those quizzes online and you get automatically afraid. You're like, am I? I don't know. Can I? You'll be hooked on the brothers. Come on. Everybody remembers that one.
Yeah. The Wayans brothers.
That's it. That's definitely one. Mario and Luigi, the Wayans brothers. Well, Colonel, there's your picture.
The Blues?
Huh?
Blues Brothers?
What about the Blues Brothers? The
Hooked on
Mario and what?
Hooked on them? Hooked on the Blues
Is this a
Brothers?
joke or are you trying to
That one's a joke.
Okay. In the Mario cartoon, I believe Mario and Luigi dressed up as the Blues Brothers at one point. I think they
Also,
did.
what did I
They
see
also had
something-
Milli Vanilli on the show. I
Did I
remember
see
that.
something? People were like putting something about a Mandela effect, that Mario and Luigi used to have the opposite color. Like Luigi used to be red. Was that from the
I
show?
did not see that. So Mario's colors were opposite of what they were now. He used to have red overalls and a blue shirt. There was a time.
Okay. Oh, so maybe that's what they meant.
Maybe that's it.
But it was,
I'm
again,
sure
it was a Mandela
somebody
effect,
was the
and
guy
I'm
saying like,
whatever.
have you seen the Mandela
Did you hear-
effect where
did you
Luigi
hear?
wears red?
Because they
and-
shut down the CERN
Yes, I heard, and periods
thing
and all that stuff.
And
I checked with
so
Mom
we're
Brain.
jumping
She got her
timelines.
period, so either the
I
CERN
didn't know
thing
about
didn't work.
periods.
Yeah, there was this big thing about all these women saying,
Oh.
"Did you get your period in July or in
Oh.
June?" Because I didn't. And they're like, they shut down the CERN thing, and there's like hundreds of thousands of women who are like, I did not get my period. So, but
Well,
I
what were
texted Mom Brain right away. I was
They
like,
didn't get their period
I
in
need to
June.
know,
What were
and
they
she
doing
said,
in May.
didn't happen to me. So,
I like how that's your gauge of whether or not this conspiracy theory is real. When last night, all you need is proof, because last night our friend during Fortnite was bad mouthing Trump, and every time he bad mouthed them, his mic would cut out, and we were like, this is a conspiracy. They're like stopping.
it happened multiple times.
They're like stopping you from free speech. And
So I want to be clear here. I'm not discounting the hundreds of thousands of women who said that happened to them. I was just curious if it happened to Mom Brain, and she said no. And I wasn't like, well, then it didn't happen. I was just like, oh, okay.
Well,
Well,
let's just discuss that, because you're on a different algorithm than me. Because my CERN stuff is that when they shut down the collider, we jump
I've seen
timelines.
this, but I don't know where you're going with it. What timeline?
Oh no,
what
I
timeline?
haven't heard anything about women's periods.
Well, what one are you on? That's what I want to hear.
I don't know. I'm still trying to find out. But like, I'm just saying,
You
because
can't say you jump timelines without an example of what
No,
timeline we're on.
I'm just saying my social media is showing me that the Mandela effects are all dependent on the whatever this, what is it called?
Hadron Collider.
Hydron.
So I got news for you. That's an old chestnut, because we already did this. They said things went wrong the first time when they turned it on. So now what they turned it off, we're just doing it.
Well, no,
again.
when every time they shut it off, crazy things happen.
They said that
and
when
then
we
they
turned it
powered-
on too.
Yeah, so everybody knows.
so is the reality?
Did you get your period due or no?
Well, it's period related. What I'm about to say. So is the reality where Mario was wearing red pants or suspenders the period reality? Because that would make sense.
You're right. You're right. That's a hell of a period.
Why so much red, Mario?
You want to hear
Mario?
this? You want to hear this? There is a picture of little RMC dressed up as Mario for Halloween, and I am wearing red overalls
Oh,
and
man.
a blue shirt. It's true.
That's
I'm
amazing.
really wearing red sweatpants with red suspenders and a
Have you
blue shirt.
looked at the picture since period gate with this sister? Because it could be like Back to the
Back to
Future.
the
You could be
Future.
like disappearing from
Did
the
you
photo.
know- Did you know that photo was too small? So they made like a giant photo and then built a guitar neck that was like they not guitar strings, they're cables holding the photo so that they can get the shot for that like the fade in, fade out photo.
Really? I did not know that.
I think that picture, by the way, is on my Facebook somewhere. I'm
The
not
Back to the
gonna
Future
go
one?
through and look for real now. Yes, the Back to the Future one.
Yep, that's what he's got.
But I am going to try and find that picture just as I'm passing. Photos of Kevin. That's me. Oh my God, there it is right away. Holy crap. I will put this in the Discord. Save picture. Do you want to save? I sure do. Yeah, ask me a third time. Holy shamoly.
I just do screen grabs of stuff.
I almost did that because I figured that would have been quicker. Popping into the Discord right now, me as Red
Oh my God. Look At that.
Mario.
Oh, that's not you.
There you
didn't
go.
Post that one.
There you go. And yes, it is my sister
Oh,
as
yeah.
at that time Princess Toadstool.
Good stuff.
There you go. And yes, that is a real mustache, and I will not be entertaining further questions.
The face you have on is great.
I am that's a Wario face on a Mario
It
person.
really is Wario-esque.
I don't know. I know why. I know exactly why I'm making that face, and it's why I would make that face today. I don't want to be in a picture. I don't want pictures. If you're gonna snap a candid picture of me and I don't know it's
Whoa.
being taken, that's great.
Dude.
If you're gonna make me pose for a picture, I don't want to be.
You're
in a
kind of
picture.
right. Look at the bottom left. It looks like he's fading away.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I think that might be just the sunlight, but it does kind of look like that. You're right. Man, I should recreate this picture. We should recreate this picture. My sister and I should do this. Holy crap, that's
I
fun.
love how you're clearly wearing like some old Navy hat or something. It's like,
Yeah,
you know,
with
some kind of, it's got like
It's my grandfather's it was you're exactly right. That's what
Thank
it
you for your
was.
service.
Stolen valor. That's funny. What are we standing in? We're in the cage. My parents used to keep
that's very funny because it's I know the house well, and to me it's clearly just a deck. But now that we're saying it's a cage,
right.
that's really good. Who
With the
rescued you guys?
That's where I had
Yeah.
to spend 23 hours a day every day. My sister and I were kept in a cage by
Oh
our
my
parents. Yes,
God.
that's the corner of our deck at our old house in the backyard. The old GoNintendo HQ. That was right after they got the deck redone. And it looks like we live in squalor. Like, look at the backyard. The neighbors, swing set
Oh.
is falling apart and the grass has been mowed. It looks like we're in like Chernobyl or something. This is terrible. But no, we are on a deck and not in a cage.
Well,
I
that's what
promise.
that wasn't the sun. That was an atomic blast that you guys are squinting from.
You're exactly right. Boy, this is a great podcast
Spaced
so far.
Out
I'm enjoying
says
this.
Those look like AI fingers, and they kind of do. Your hand does look a little suspect.
And that's the best part. Now you just put out any picture anywhere, and everybody's like, "That's AI. The fingers aren't right. The hair's not right. The sun wouldn't look like that." And it's like, this is me 30 years ago, like I was there. But there you go. That's me as Red Mario. So I guess that was before.
I bet you remember
that's-
that. Do you remember that time? Like,
I do. Yeah, that
I don't.
I remember. So I remember like when I moved here, I was in second grade, whatever age that is. 9. I like that. I definitely remember. From that point on, I remember a lot of stuff. I'm sure I've forgotten a lot of stuff
That's
too.
when I moved too.
But
Oh, 6.
I remember us specifically at our grade school playing kickball, and I remember I was during recess
So
we
you
were
weren't
playing.
in my second grade class.
This
right?
was no, I wasn't. But we were playing. We were at recess, and I was on the line playing kickball for fun, which I don't know why I would be doing that. And you were in front of me. I remember us talking to each other and laughing so much that I kept missing the ball going by, and I want to say David E got very mad at us and was yelling at us because he was like, the score's like 10-0. And I was like,
in second grade. I
Yes.
don't remember that. I'm sorry.
Yes,
I
I-
honestly I thought we became friends in like 4th grade more so.
you're right. We became better friends going on, but I remember like you being in front of me at the line, like that's where we started talking. I also remember Amy M and Carrie B. They were at the sandbox and they were riding piggyback. like walking around at the sandbox, and one of them fell
Oh, no.
and hit their back on the corner of the sandbox, and they were like, "Arr, arr, arr." And I remember thinking like she's dying. This is her
Oh, no.
dying. She's
Would
gonna
she
be
get,
dead.
Like, the wind knocked out.
I
Yeah,
of her or
remember
exactly.
the
something?
story. I don't
Oh,
remember the
that's
incident.
terrible.
And
I
then she
do
died.
know. I do remember the
Jeez,
incident.
I saw him as her like,
It may have been in middle school, not grade school, where we were sitting in a circle with all of our feet together towards the inner
Hot.
circle. You may not have been there, I don't know, but like we were basically it was like a team building thing where you're supposed to like not kick but like roll a coffee can
I remember that
around the circle. Like you're supposed to work together.
Yes.
And I kicked my foot and it hit Carrie B in the face and chipped her tooth.
So I did not see that,
sorry
but
if
I
you're
remember that
listening.
story. I remember that story.
If you're
Yes.
listening now, I'm sorry.
Did everybody laugh?
Carrie did not laugh.
I obviously not, but like, did you laugh? Like,
I mean,
'cause, like
everybody
it's something
laughed at
that we
me a
wouldn't
lot,
laugh at
so,
now,
yeah,
but
it's-
it would have been funny
I
back
mean,
then,
laugh at
right?
her.
When it first happens, you might laugh because you don't know they're hurt. Like if you see a can hit somebody in the face,
I don't
you
remember
might laugh,
laughing, but I don't remember a lot. But yeah, I don't think I laughed.
And you know, I don't.
People laughed at me.
I was
pretty
gonna
sure.
say, I don't remember. Did you suffer a lot of blowback from that afterwards?
from other kids.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, from teachers.
I was not popular. I was made fun of a lot.
For that though.
I don't know if that got.
Yeah,
I don't
'cause
know.
I
I
don't-
don't know.
you know,
I don't
like,
know
I
to
remember people's-
differentiate. I
I
mean,
remember
was
certain
just-
things people got ragged for, and I don't remember that being one for you. So, but anyway, happy memories. Happy memories.
I love thinking about you, especially RMC, as a child, because you were so much more the way I fantasize it. You were so much more aware of everything and just so much more evolved. And I could see you in that team building exercise being like, what the heck is this? Whereas like I would just be like, oh, what a fun little goon. Let's kick this can. Like I'm just like not thinking of anything.
Yeah, I mean,
And you're over there like, oh, bother.
to some degrees, you're right. To some degrees, you're wrong. There are other things where I didn't pick up on, but that kind of stuff, yes. Like I remember being on the little scooters that you put your feet on, and they had the handles, and you had to wiggle them back and forth. And I remember being like, "Guys, what are we doing here? Like, we could. There's regular bikes, and they got us sitting on these things.
Those
like
things
it
are
annoyed me
great.
so much. Yeah, they were great when you ran your fingers over with
I
them all
did
the
that
time. So great.
I hurt myself so much on
There
those
was
things.
hardly, whenever those were out, you knew somebody was getting
Yeah, I
hurt.
don't
Somebody
know.
was rolling over somebody's fingers, or you were rolling over
I
your
mean,
own.
it had to be my own fault because it doesn't seem like, and thinking back, it can't be that easy to get your fingers rolled over. But
It
it
is,
happened all the
because
time.
the way to move the damn thing is to wiggle the handlebars back and forth, and you're trying to go
Wait, the
fast.
handlebars
Yes, you put your feet on the handlebars in front of you, and you
with
push
your feet.
forward as you do you pump the handlebars. Yeah, or you wiggle them. It's not like the handlebars are moving, but they turn left to right.
I don't remember.
And then
them.
you're doing that so quickly and trying to steer around people that your hands slip off of it. So when they slip back, the only thing that's there is the wheels on the damn thing. So you run over your fingers.
I thought
Somebody look those things up. Handlebar, feet, finger crushers. I don't know, but somebody will find them. But yes, I remember things like that. And I remember
I compartmentalized a lot of stuff growing up, I guess, because
I remember
That's how you
doing
survive.
There's
the
stuff like trapped in dark areas of my brain. I remember the scooters, and I wish we can get back to those. Like I'd enjoy those scooters more than those bouncy balls, where you
I
hold
played
on
Dark
to the
Metamorphosis.
hold on to the handle of the big bouncy thing.
Oh yeah,
You know,
The
I'd
hoppers.
prefer those scooters over that.
I didn't like those as well. So yeah, I mean, I guess they're more fun. I remember when we did the presidential physical fitness thing, and one of them was run and pick up the eraser. And I was like, we got nothing else but an eraser from the classroom to pick up. Like, I remember thinking, like, there's got to be something in like the gym teacher's office that we could use instead of
anything.
a chalkboard eraser. It used to make me
God, that's so
irrationally
funny.
mad. But I was like, really? The presidential physical fitness award, and they have nothing for us, so we're going to use an eraser. But so yes. Yes, that doesn't exactly look like it, but it's close enough. I'm sure that's what it looks like now,
Oh, wow,
redesigned so
yeah.
it doesn't crush fingers.
Yeah, that's a great.
People are
that's
asking
a
in
really
Discord
good
what we're
design.
talking about, so if you could drop that picture. That again, what Nikki's gonna. Hey, Darmani, what Nikki's gonna send isn't exactly. Doesn't look exactly like the ones we had, but it's the same idea. But anyway, moving on. What do we got? I want to plug something. Is it time for that?
It
Let me
is
see.
time.
We did that. Yeah, I want to plug something really quick.
And for people in the Discord, that is not myself or Raw Meat when we were children.
But somebody could make it that way. As anybody who watches the podcast knows, I wear a lot of bracelets because I like wearing them and they mean things to me. Most of them mean things to me. And I got some new bracelets this week. I have ones that are related to Deltarune, the main characters over here. And I won't say over here, but I really like them. I found out about them on TikTok, so I'm going to give the person a shout out. And actually, well, I shouldn't say any of that, but they are Koro Choco. KUROCHOCO. That is their Etsy name. That's their Etsy store. And if you're into bracelets, they have Deltarune, they have Undertale, they have Chainsaw Man, they have Witch Hat Atelier, they have My Hero Academia, they have The Summer Hikaru Died, they got Pokemon, they got Vocaloid. So go check out their stuff. They also sell some artwork too, but if you're into bracelets, check them out. They have a 4.9 out of 5-star rating.
Can I see one of your Deltarune ones up close? You don't have to take it off. Just
sure.
I want to see it. See a little.
I mean, here that's them right there. If you'd like to investigate even closer.
Oh, okay. So, just like color coded as far as Deltarune
they are the
goes.
colors of the characters. Yeah, the three main
Cool.
characters, and they're they have a really nice design too. Yes. So 3 of them are the main characters, and then I have 2 on my other wrist that are for characters that are only in Chapter 5, which I don't want to spoil. So, but there you go. It was $5. I mean, it's great. It's great. Really, really happy with it. Again, KUROCHOCO on Etsy. Go check them out.
It's like the people who were naming their daughters Khaleesi before the show was over. Be ready to get rid of those bracelets in case it doesn't end well.
Bad. I think about that a lot, especially when I buy anime figurines. I'll be very nervous about some of them because I'm like, the show's not over yet, and this person could be bad. Like I haven't finished My Hero Academia yet, and there's a character that I really, really love, and for a little bit I thought he was going to turn bad, but then he didn't at all and went like even better. So I'm like, okay, I feel safe. I'll get it, but I'm not. It's not over yet, so
it's just got further to fall.
See what happens. But yes, there's going to be a time where I buy a figurine for a character that ends up being a monster, and I'm going to throw it out.
What if?
Thank you, Roth. Thank you. That's their Etsy in the Discord.
What if the character turns out all right, but the fan base turns out to be?
Oh, that's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I can separate that, but yeah, if the character's bad, then no deal. All right. So I wanted to plug that. Now we have the return of a segment. Masturbators is back. Everybody, get ready. It's time for Masturbators. We have clickbait headlines, and this week is a little different. We have a clickbait headline that is very much clickbait in a sense that what are they trying to say? Here's what they're saying. But then we have 2 other headlines that fit in the Masturbators universe, but I'd say they're much more sensationalized just to get you to click rather than you being like, what is actually going on here? So this one was sent by Colossus. Here's the one. You guys are going to give an answer for this one if you'd like to. Ocarina of Time on Switch 2 already has an official fix for its worst dungeon.
Okay, we're trying to guess what's going to be the actual story.
Ocarina of Time on Switch 2 already has an official fix for its worst dungeon.
So they're talking about the water temple. I'm not saying that's my personal least favorite, but that's just the consensus, it seems. So the water temple. What's the fix? No more water?
Okay.
There's a drought in Hyrule. It was already fixed on a previous remake, and they're just using that.
Okay. Answers are in, and Nikki Hill, you are correct. But the best part about this headline is we don't know if that's what they're doing. They're just assuming that's what they're doing. So we don't know anything about the Switch 2 or the Water Temple, or we don't know anything about Ocarina of Time on Switch 2 or the Water Temple. You would assume that perhaps some of the fixes they used in the 3DS version of Ocarina of Time would be implemented in the Switch 2 version, but we don't know. But according to this outlet, Ocarina of Time on Switch 2 already has an official fix for its worst dungeon. So,
do you remember what the quote fix?
There were 2 things that they did. You didn't have to go to the menu screen to keep taking your boots on and off. like on N64, it had to be boom, boom,
Right.
boom, boom, over and over and over.
Yeah.
And the other thing was obviously the water. They had, what was it? They changed, each level had a different color. So it wasn't just the whole
that's
blue
right.
dungeon anymore. It was like there was a green section and a pink section. I don't remember. They had colors, and that helped people differentiate.
I remember that helping. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be worried about it. Like for me, I feel like a lot of the stuff that was frustrating about the water temple was just the fact that you were playing the game on the Nintendo 64 and it was a little wonky, you know, like
That dungeon is regarded as the worst or most frustrating dungeon in all of Zelda history. People hold that one much higher than any other.
Yeah, I mean, I agree that it's frustrating, but like I think a lot of it again had to do with just like the time period and like the gameplay and how it was. Like I'm sure the remake will automatically.
Well, you know what?
Be
You should write a
smoother.
clickbait headline about that. If you're sure, then just say
I guess
that the
I'm
fix is in.
I guess I'm guilty of the clickbait as well. Clickbait.
I mean, if
I
you
can't
were
even
writing
come up
articles
with
like that,
opinions.
sure.
I can't even come up with clickbait things. Like,
Oh,
my brain
yes,
just
you
goes
can.
no. My brain goes right to like the truth, like the fact or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm like I can't reverse engineer something to trick somebody that it's something different. If that makes sense.
Well, that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. Unless you're trying to run a website, then it's a bad thing. So the other two, like I said, one of them is just very sensationalized, and one of them, I guess, has a little bit of clickbait to it. But here you go. Again, that first one was sent in by Colossus. Thank you, Colossus. These are ones I happen upon. Mecha Chameleon, which is that game on PC where you're a little guy and you paint yourself to blend in with the surroundings and try and hide from other people trying to find you. It's been a major hit on
I've
PC.
seen TikTok videos. Of it.
It's sold over 50
Mecha?
million copies. It's Meccha. It's a Japanese word. So I know people have been saying mecha, but I believe it's mecha. But anyway, Mecha Chameleon has outsold Mario Kart World in less than a month. And I'm like, why is Mario Kart?
Mario Kart. Say
Mecha
that.
Chameleon has outsold Mario
why
Kart
is-
World in less than a month.
Yeah.
Oh
And
well,
I'm
they're
like,
not counting digital sales.
well,
are
I'm like,
they?
no, it's not. It's again
There's
not
like
clickbait.
thousands of games. Why did we choose?
Why
this
is Mario
game?
Kart World catching strays? It's like Jesus Christ. So I
Oh.
went to the article and checked the comments, and to my surprise, there were only comments that were like, "Why is Mario Kart getting called out here?" Why? They're like, "This is so weird of a headline. Like, what is this?" Because the article has a whole bunch of other games in there that this game has also outsold, and it's like, why are we even doing this article? Like, you could do this article, and it could be thousands of games long because there's plenty of games it's
Yeah.
outsold.
What do you think it should have been? Not that this is like the. I mean, it's an interesting story.
Here's
guess,
a headline: Mecha Chameleon has sold 50 million copies in a month.
but, like, okay, that works.
There's a headline.
I was gonna say has outsold big name titles, and then
Sure, if you want to go
baity
more
too.
clickbait,
That's
yeah.
baity too. But like, you're not calling out one particular, and then when you read the thing, you could see a whole list of like games. That I'm
Yes,
sure
I mean that would
are
be more
surprising
to
that this-
entice people to get to click it. Sure, so that is more clickbaity, and that is not like squarely aimed at throwing shade at a particular game, but that's not what this outlet did. And the best part is, this whole thing is insane to do an article with a headline like this.
because
but-
it's not even.
Mario Kart World is $80. Mecha Chameleon is $6.
Yeah. That's,
So wouldn't it be more impressive that Mario Kart World has almost sold as many copies at $80 a copy versus a game that's $6 a copy? Crazy.
Yeah, it's that is not even in the same league. You can't
Yes.
even really.
You
compare
need
them
a
like
whole
that.
new
Doesn't
system
it-
to play it.
Doesn't even make sense to compare that number. I don't
Nope.
think at all.
No, it doesn't at all. The accolade is that the game from a developer that nobody knew sold 15 million copies in a month's time. That's well worth a headline in its own, rather than we got to sensationalize it. But that's what this outlet did. Another one. Mario Kart's catching all kinds of strays this week. Mario Kart game announces shutdown just days after Nintendo Switch Death Day confirmed.
I know this one because I
Death
read.
Day
I didn't.
confirmed. Dear Lord.
That's a great one too.
Mario Kart game announces shutdown just days after Nintendo Switch Death Day confirmed.
That's and that's nuts, first of all. But like, yeah, but I know this one because I did read something about it. They're talking about Mario Kart Tour.
Yes.
the
cell phone, right?
yes,
Yes. And this is from in my opinion, the kings of clickbait headlines. One of the kings when it comes to clickbait headlines for gaming stuff. Thank you, Radical. Yes, it's about Mario Kart Tour because Nintendo announced that is shutting down. Yes.
I should have saved it. I was flipping through TikTok and a TikTok came up that was showing, I swear to God, footage of Mario Kart World.
Yes.
And it was like Mario Kart Tour shutting down. And I was like, this game just came out. Why would it do that? And then it took me a second to like read deeper and just see like, oh, it says Tour, not World. But they're using footage from World, and
many outlets went with either footage of World or screenshots of World.
Wait,
and
was the
said in the
game
title,
World?
No,
Tour or World Tour.
No, just Tour.
Okay.
And
it
but
doesn't
and then
change
in the
anything,
title
it's
they
just-
said Mario Kart game shutting down, and they put pictures of World in there because of
That's
course that will get more
crazy.
clicks than what's actually happening. Whereas I painstakingly found a screenshot of sad Mario from Mario Kart Tour, and I'm like, this is the perfect picture for this. But much
Yeah.
easier to go with a World picture.
man, I just went right by that. Like I noticed it, and I was like, jerks, and like kept going. I should have saved that for today because like now, like I'm just so like it's just so inundated with the crap that you just kind of like brush off the junk.
By
you
the
know,
way,
you don't even notice
yeah,
this
you're
stuff
right.
anymore.
By the way, Switch Death Day just means the day that they're not going to sell the Switch in Europe anymore. It doesn't mean the Switch is being shut
Oh,
down.
so it was 2 stories in one,
Double the
It's
click
which
rate,
is
yeah.
also extra confusing because. So I thought when you first said that, of course I missed words in it, but I thought it was, Nintendo announced the death day of Mario Kart Tour.
No, headline is Mario Kart game announces shutdown just days after Nintendo Switch Death Day confirmed.
So yeah, that's extra. Yeah.
I mean, if you just read that, you'd be like,
They're doomed.
They're closing. They're closing. They're selling
Yes.
up all their parts for scrap, and the higher ups at Nintendo are going to commit seppuku.
Nintendo
And
Switch
and that's
discontinued
it.
in Europe? No. Nintendo Switch Death Day confirmed? Yes.
Man, that's an insane title. That's a really good one.
Raphael, that's funny. Nikhil, I'm sorry to draw attention to this, but when
Quart.
you were saying it, you did say Quart.
Oh, I know.
Raphael says Mario Quart. That's very funny. That's a game where you just fill the gas tank. Needs about a quart of oil and a quart of gas, and we're good to go. Mario Quart featuring Judge Judy. Oh boy, Colonel. You got the a wealth of options to
Maybe
pick for your drawing this week.
Maybe it's Judge Judy filling your gas tank.
There you go.
Or actually, I would like it if it was
Judge
a game.
Judy sitting at the gas
if it was just
tank
a game
going
where
like
you're-
this, waiting for.
Oh, she's waiting.
Man,
for
oh my
that to-
God! One Ocean, you did it right as I said it. One Ocean, that's amazing. Right as I referenced the GIF. Holy crap! This podcast's
Wow.
the best. Oh, Blood Ocean, perfect timing. Could not have been better. And you sent it before I said it because I know you're hearing me before. So, oh my
That's
God,
really funny.
perfection. Oh my God. Blood Ocean, it's so good. Holy crap! Sorry, Nikki Hill. Go ahead.
No, I don't.
Wow, what a
that's-
moment.
We're there. We made it.
Wow.
That's good.
I'll hit the wow guy.
Wow.
You guys can hear it. We cannot. Oh man, that's
Please
good.
do that every time you press something on the soundboard. Make sure we know.
Well,
That they
I'll
hear
say
it.
I'll say the sound for you guys, and then they can hear. Wow.
I know. I just feel like, oh, okay, yeah.
Do I have to be?
I hit it. And I've seen everything.
Just because the people who only listen, get to hear it twice.
Twice me talking over it, which I'm sure is great. Oh, by the way, my apologies. I got some
apologies.
comments and emails for people asking for us not to chew gum during the podcast. And you're right. I don't know why I didn't think of that last week. So my apologies, because I was the chewer and the pusher. So sorry about that. But anyway, moving on. Patreon.
Black cherry icebreakers. What are you
Oh,
not
man.
supposed to chew?
It was my fault. I was the pusher. You're right. Music and sounds. Dude, did you know that you can join the GoNintendo Patreon for
For
$1?
$1.
Oh, perfect. And what did I write about on Patreon this week? Let me tell you. I wrote about, as I have said before, I do not like this term, but it is still a useful term because when you say it, people know what it means. I wrote about television guilty pleasures. In the past, I've asked you about your gaming guilty pleasures, and I said I don't believe in guilty pleasures, only pleasures. You shouldn't be ashamed of what you like.
Innocent
But
pleasures.
when I say the term, you know what it means. So I said, what are some of your TV guilty pleasures? And now I turn to you two to ask, what are your TV show guilty pleasures?
Oh,
Hey, Slider, good to see you. Oh my God, Slider, that sounds amazing. I got a story to tell you. I'll tell you after this. I promise.
I had a couple in there, like 90210. I don't watch it anymore, but like I watched that. That was a guilty pleasure.
Watch Melrose Place.
I never watched
Oh.
Melrose Place. No.
Oh, you know what? Was this a guilty pleasure for you? Because I think you liked it, but I don't think you seriously liked it. But you got enjoyment out of it. That Ghost Hunter show.
Yeah,
that
perfect.
Baggins guy.
Perfect. Zach Bagans' Ghost Adventures.
Yeah.
I to be honest, I can't. I've tried to watch episodes of that recently, and I can't. It's just so cheesy. But there was a time when like I couldn't get enough of that show. I was just so,
What
I thought it
about
was
it?
so funny.
Just the cheese of it.
Yeah, but like, well, I like ghost stuff, so it was fun to like believe
Yeah.
that it could be true. But
It's like watching wrestling where you're like, I'll believe this is
Yeah.
fun. I'll believe this is real to go along for the ride.
Yeah. So like there was something about it that I liked, but Zach Bagans too was so funny. Like, I mean, not trying to be funny. He's
You
just
guys are on fire with the gifts today.
like just everything about that guy was amazing.
You also like that his last name was very
Lord of the
Hobbish.
Rings, yes.
Yeah. I didn't know if it's I don't know if it's Baggins or Bagans. It might be Bagans, but either way,
I've been calling her.
I like it. And I just like the idea of like a dude wearing like Tom Hardy t-shirts going to like look for ghosts,
Yes.
and they always have those EK, it's not what it's called, but those like EKG machines that like it's like I killed my father.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, or like get out. And like you never know what they're saying, but they'll put a subtitle there and you'll be like, that's exactly what they
I
said.
heard it.
And it's
I
like,
heard it.
that's not what they said,
Laurel or Landy. What was that?
Yanny or Laurel.
Yeah, Yanny. and Laurel.
Nikki Hill, guilty pleasure TV show.
I can't think right now.
Well, you got the whole show to try and come up
Um,
with one.
I mean, I very much like in the moment or whatever, and I think this year, if I had to say, but I don't think it's not even nothing to be guilty about, but like something like Wednesday or something
Yeah.
where I may not be the core demographic, but it's well written, it's good mystery, it's it's a fun show, it's
I don't know.
it's a little bit of like a rehash of things that we've seen, so it's like a little amalgamation of like things that we already like. Is amalgamation the right word?
Yeah, you're exactly right.
But again, it's not something that I don't feel guilty over.
Yeah,
see,
again, I'm not looking for you to feel guilty. It's just it's a good.
That's
way
a show that I've watched and I really like, and I don't feel guilty about that one either. But I do feel like what I've watched and I really love, but I kind of feel guilty about watching are Reacher and Tulsa King. They're both so bad but so good, and like I feel a little guilty about that. I mean, I'll admit to people that I watched those and liked them, but for some reason I'll feel a little bit more quote proud to like watch Wednesday, even though Wednesday's not even
Why
that
Reacher,
special either.
though? Like a lot of people love that, and it's not like there's anything.
I mean, you got to watch it. You got to watch it and you'll see. It's great. It's great. It's just so it's kind of out there. Like
The
it's
things
kinda
that
cheese.
the places that I end up feeling guilty, I guess, are if people are like ethically misaligned or whatever, maybe, or if it's, what was I gonna say? Dang it. If it's if it's a show that I like, but there's people that I don't like what they're involved with outside.
Yes.
But the other thing would be
Like
never
me in A
mind.
Price is Right, Drew Carey.
Yeah. And I keep going
He
now
kills
because
children.
talking about Reacher. made
All
me
right, well
think of
then
it,
I'll say what I was going to say to Slider. Slider said they went to. Let me make sure I don't want to misquote. Slider 64 says they went to the largest buffet this side of the Mississippi and played some mini golf.
They showed a Shady Maples.
Did they?
Shady Maple? Is that what?
Is that where they said they are?
They took there was one of the photos. The Smorgasbord. You know that one, right?
I do. Is that
been on
where
your
you are?
radar.
Wait, where does it say that?
In the photos that they posted.
Oh my God, right there. Yes, that's the place I want to go.
Yeah.
I want to go there so bad. I didn't know they had a mini golf
Cancel
place
your
there.
vacation.
I really like if
You have the whole week off.
if Mom Brain was here, she would tell you I talk about that place all the time because it's ginormous, and then I believe the bottom floor is a ginormous gift shop, like all kinds of stuff to buy. I really, 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 really want to go there. But Slider 64, you are talking about buffets. I'm dropping this in the Discord. It's a link to someone on TikTok called Mullet Review. He is one of my favorite content creators on TikTok. He goes around to Chinese. I was telling Du about it last week. He goes around to Chinese buffets. He's always done it. Like he's been going to them since he was a kid. So he's got an affinity for them. But he's going to as many Chinese buffets as he can until he gets food poisoning. And then that will be the end of his run. So he goes, he tells you what the score is on Yelp. The man is brave in what he gets. I will tell you that. And then he reviews it and says if he thinks the Yelp score is appropriate or not. He's amazing. He's got one gold tooth. He's got a mullet. He's incredible. I love his girlfriend his fiance goes around with him to record all these things. I'm addicted to it. I just got a new one today. It's amazing. So if you like anything I just said, go check out Mullet Review on TikTok or YouTube. He's on YouTube too. All right, moving on. TV guilty pleasures. I also wrote about dead franchises that you want to see return.
What were your guilty pleasures?
I again don't take any guilt, but I said stuff like soap operas, like The Young and the Restless. I legitimately can watch and enjoy and think it's fun. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's written well. I don't think the actors, well, to be fair, the actors compared to other soap operas, I think Young and the Restless are actually decent, but it's whatever I get from it, I really enjoy, but I very much recognize it's not like a quality show,
Right.
but for what it is, love it.
And that's the thing. Like, I don't feel guilty about them necessarily, but like if it's clearly like low quality or something, or like when I can't even think of anything right now, but I want to say if like the writing is just like really subpar, but I don't know if I follow through on stuff when I'm feeling that way. But does Mom Brain know about Dark Shadows coming back? I don't know if it's an anime. Or
I didn't know about it,
animation or
so
something.
I didn't tell her. She can't know about it. Then she wouldn't have known.
I mean, I could have made it up from just a headline. but
Look
think
into
I
it,
saw
please.
yeah.
Spaced Out. So I hadn't watched any General Hospital until this last week because I was watching because of John Oliver. And in my opinion, based on the 3 episodes I saw, General Hospital is, and I'm not knocking it, but much lower quality than Young and the Restless. Like I was shocked at how much worse the acting was and how much crazier the storylines were. And I could see myself getting into that. But Young and the Restless has crazy storylines too, but I feel like it's also very grounded, which I guess wouldn't be what some people are looking for in a soap opera. But again, both the shows have been on for decades and decades, so they're filling they're doing something right for their audiences. So but like General Hospital, I was shocked. I was like, this is like measurably worse than Young and the Restless. And
the clips I saw were atrocious. I was like, but I don't watch enough soap operas, so I was just like, well, this is about as bad as I remember soap operas
I've watched
being.
a lot of soap operas, and I can tell you the 3 episodes of General Hospital I felt were like it made Young and the Restless look like fine art to me, really. And I know Young and the Restless isn't by any measure, but it was like so TikTok has been obsessed with showing me soap operas now because I've been following the John Oliver stuff. So I'm getting a lot of General Hospital and Days of Our Lives and shows that are canceled and all that. It seems like the one to watch where if you go to Young and the Restless's TikTok and look at the comments, this is what we're talking about. Fan bases. Everybody hates it. They're like, this show is the worst. Every storyline sucks. All comments are talking about how bad it is. You go to every other
Young and the Restless is?
Yeah. You go to comments for all other soap operas. I see a lot of comments where people are like, this is horrible. This is terrible. And this storyline. You go to The Bold and the Beautiful, which is the show that's on after Young and the Restless. Everyone loves this show. It has more comments than any of the others, and no one is saying a bad thing about it.
Who
They're talking,
doesn't like bold and beautiful people?
well, I guess you're
Right?
right, because
It's the timid uglies we want nothing to do with.
I have watched so many of the TikToks and gone into the comments and seen nothing but praise and how much people love the show, and they're like, this stuff is so outrageous, but it's so funny. Not a single negative thing on almost all of them. I'm like, Bold and Beautiful, I guess, is the one to watch. So I'll have to give it a shot.
I want to watch the Timid Uglies. Actually, I do want to watch that. Timid Uglies.
There's always room for another one.
So Warner Brothers Animation announced it will be resurrecting the tormented vampire Barnabas Collins in an adult animated series based on the iconic Gothic soap opera Dark Shadows.
Wow.
The new series is currently in development with no network or streamer yet attached.
This
is from June 26th.
Mom Brain's going to lose her mind.
But it's animated.
She doesn't care. Young and the Restless. I
don't know, though. I mean, she didn't like the
Dark Shadows.
Dark Shadows
In any form or fashion,
film.
she will take it. She didn't want to see the movie because she didn't like.
Watch it. Yeah, because it was definitely.
Yes.
And this might be also like there is an aesthetic and a vibe in the version she watches, right?
I've seen.
It's British, right?
Many episodes. There are British people in it.
Is it not BBC?
I think. I mean, it aired regular TV here, network television here, but that doesn't mean it wasn't made there. I honestly don't know. But I must have seen hundreds of episodes by now, and that's black and white and color episodes. Like I've seen so much of it, and it is.
That's a lot. I didn't realize it was that prolific.
Oh my God, there's thousands of episodes of that show. Yeah, there. Well, maybe there's not, but there's. Let's find out together. How many episodes? Dark Metamorphosis.
From
Wiki says
1960s.
1,245 episodes.
Oh my God.
So not thousands, but over thousands.
Going just right
That's a
to
lot.
IMDb, I guess Dark Shadows like main line or whatever is 1,233.
So over 1,000. There you go.
That's a lot of episodes. Good for them.
And Mom Brain has box set after box set after box set. But yes, I will always have a love for the soap opera. Moving on. Oh yeah, I talked about dead franchises, but games, not TV shows. We didn't even talk about it. Game franchises that are dead that you want to see come back. So obviously, I said Jumping Flash. I'd love a new Parappa. I can't believe it's been so long since we've had a new Parappa. It's been over 20 years. What else did I say? I wrote so many of them, and now I'm blanking. But you guys, any game franchises that have been dead for a long time that you'd like to see a new one for?
Parasite Eve.
That would be great, right? Why not? That'd be a great one to return to, and then maybe work some sort of HD 2D thing. I don't know, because I can't imagine they'd go full out 3D brand new one. But there's a way to bring back Parasite Eve without a doubt.
That could be cool.
Malik Halo says Breath of Fire. Yeah, that's been gone for a very long time. When was the last time we saw that? The original PlayStation was the last one? I don't remember. And I've wanted to play those, and I've never played any of them. But
Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem.
Had one and done. That's it.
That one.
Maybe get a re-release on that.
I didn't think of that.
People have been asking for that to return for a long time.
Just because I've never been able to play it. And I did have a copy of it for the GameCube, but then I never played it on the Wii. And it's damaged, and I had to throw it away. I want to play Killer 7. So,
K-Sev.
They don't need to make a new one of it. Just
they did
if we could re-release that on the Switch too, I'd appreciate that.
Well, they did the PC version. That's the remake, and Suda wants to do it for consoles, but it's like it's not my. How long it was? A couple of years, maybe. Mm-hmm. He said he doesn't make that decision. Yeah. He's like, they wanted PC, so we did PC. I want to put it on everything, so we'll see what happens.
Because like Limited Run was putting out Grasshopper manufacture, stuff like special editions and stuff of a couple of their games.
Roth wants Earthbound 64, which never came out, so I would love to see that as well. Raphael wants F-Zero, a 3D entry. Oh, Space, that's one that's near and dear to my heart. Space wants a new Jet Moto. I loved Jet Moto. Such a fun racing game, throwing out that like electric beam to hook around turns. I really liked that a lot.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
That was fun. Slider
I-
says Punch Out Wii Deluxe and add more fighters. Yeah, time for a new Punch Out. That's great.
I want like an SSX game.
New SXX, sure, that would be great too. Yeah, Wave Race we haven't seen since the GameCube, with whatever it's called, Blue Storm. Plenty of options. So many forgotten franchises that deserve another time to shine. I also wrote about Double Fine. As you may have heard, Double Fine is no longer part of the Xbox umbrella because Xbox is cutting and slashing and killing everything. And Double Fine has been moved out on their own. They are back to an independent studio. So they
Psychonauts people.
yes, Double Fine said Microsoft allowed them to retain the rights to all of their IP, so they are not leaving anything at Microsoft. Everything they made and had and created before, they are taking with them out. So there's no IP that Double Fine has ever made that is now only part of Microsoft. They have access to their full catalog. So if they wanted to do a sequel to anything they've ever made,
What
they can
else
do
do they
that.
do?
That Jack Black music game, you know,
Oh, Brutal Legend.
Brutal Legend.
Did they also are they the Grim Fandango people? No.
Yep.
Oh, they are.
Oh no, he
That was the same.
the guy, yes, whose name I'm blanking on for some
Sorry.
reason, is the guy who did Grim Fandango, but he's the guy that runs Double Fine.
Okay, so they're
Um,
kind of connected.
They did that. They did that. I think they did that light. Tim Schafer. Thank you, Lexer. They did that Lighthouse game that just came out. They have a new game coming out called Kiln. But Psychonauts is the one pretty much. Psychonauts or Brutal Legend are what people know them for. So
Ledge.
I wrote about them being gone, and I was like, I don't think Nintendo should acquire them, and I don't think Nintendo ever would acquire them because that's just not how Nintendo works. They're very picky with that stuff. But I would like to see Nintendo and Double Fine work together, and it's always annoyed me that Double Fine has released very little of their catalog on Nintendo platforms because I feel like Double Fine makes games that would really resonate with Nintendo fans more than Sony and Microsoft fans, and we haven't really had a chance to see if that's true or not. And I think now would be a great time, and since they're independent, when they make their next game, maybe they could put it out on Switch too. I'd love to see that happen because I really do think Double Fine's sensibilities and styles and interest in gameplay mechanics would fit well with Nintendo fans. So I'd like to see that happen. I don't know if it will, but I'd like to see it happen. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for, Laxer. It'd be lovely to see both Psychonauts games turn up on Switch too.
What did they do over at Microsoft during that time? Then I guess I could look.
They
this
put
stuff
out
up
a
myself.
decent amount of games. Yeah.
No, like so not. It's not about them. It's more about Microsoft. Like Microsoft acquired them, and like what do they have? I'll look it up. I guess.
I'd be curious to know of their total output while they were at Microsoft.
I
Yes.
probably won't get you
Psychonauts
all
2
that,
would be
but-
one of them. And the Lighthouse game would be another one. And was there one about kids Halloween or something? I don't remember what it's called.
Rad.
Rad. They did Rad, and I liked Rad. Yeah. Somebody brought that up on this post, and I forgot about Rad.
Headlander.
Oh my God, Headlander. Yeah. I
Massive.
forgot about that game. I never played it.
Massive Chalice.
I remember that. Yes.
How could you forget?
The Cave. Oh, I think
Ah,
I
The
remember
Cave,
that. That came in
yes.
on the Wii, right? Or no, maybe I'm confusing it
The
with something
Switch.
else.
Cave's on the Switch, right? Yeah, I like the Cave.
Platforms. No, wait a second. Windows, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, Mac OS. There's no Nintendo here.
Oh, see, bring that stuff to Nintendo.
I'm confusing it with that other one that took place in a cave. That was an indie game.
The guys that work at Netflix now.
Cave. Oh man, it's like right on the tip of my brain.
I can see it perfectly. They got a new game coming out on Netflix. Oh, I think it's out right now. Old people brain.
So, yeah,
no,
let's-
not Cave Story.
Oh my gosh! Wait, did
No,
we-
no. Let's focus on this one because we can think about it. We can get it.
Keeper is what you're. That's the
Yes,
that's
that's
the
the Lighthouse
one.
game.
I was looking.
The Cave came out on Wii U, says Radical Defect.
It's not here.
What is the goddamn? Come on.
It-
With the radio frequencies and
It's
the
up there somewhere.
lighthouses and the caves and the
Oh, no,
triangles
no,
in the air.
that's not
Oh,
what
we're
I'm
talking about
thinking
something
of.
different?
Yeah, that's oxen free.
Oh, well, thank you. Okay, mine's been answered. What are you talking about?
So look, when you look at this,
Yes.
the font and everything of that title
Disney's Aladdin.
reminds me of a very cartoony game where like a character is inside of like a rock monster of some sort or a mech. It may have been like a robot.
Knack. No?
Nobody's inside of Knack. Knack is Knack.
No,
Patty Whack.
I don't know. We'll keep talking. I don't know how I'm gonna look this up.
It's not like inside or.
That's weird though, because it's right
Raphael
here.
says the witness. It's not the witness. Yes,
doesn't
Quench, the
even
one
show.
I was thinking of was Oxenfree, but that's not what Nikki Hill's thinking
It's
of.
not showing. Wii on this. That's interesting. That the cave is.
Wii U.
It's not showing anything Nintendo. It's I read off Linux, Ouya, Android.
Ouya.
iOS.
Oh, that, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Ippo, Amaguchi. Well, good luck, because
Well,
I
this was
want to hear.
published. It says January 22nd, 2013. So maybe more came out.
I want to hear what you're talking about, and I want to know. So good luck on finding it. But we will move on while you try and find that. Game moments that made you feel really cool. Like you were playing it and you're like, I feel like a badass right now. That's what I wanted to hear about. I've said I feel it. I've been thinking about it because I feel it a lot when I play the Rhythm Heaven games. Because just when the music comes together and you hit every beat and the actions on the screen I just feel awesome. Obviously the Caldera fight, or Caldera from Tears of the Kingdom, the one where you're flying through the air fighting the thing.
It's a G. Caldera.
The Core Gang.
The Core Gang, yes. Did you even play that?
No, but I just remember it being like a thing, like a story that we talked about multiple times. Like, why does this stick in my head, but I can't remember the theme song to Hey Dude?
So I'm not doing it again.
Yeah, I want it. I want. I want.
But yes, that boss fight in Tears of the Kingdom made me
Not
feel
anything
awesome.
like it, but there's
there's some
Okay,
swirliness.
there's a
yeah.
couple of letters in
It's
there.
blue.
I'll give
it's
it
like
a-
a light blue.
I'll give it a 40%.
There's an E.
Some of the it does have letters from the alphabet. You're right. I can
Both
listen.
have the in the title.
I don't know that I would think of it, but I see some similarities between the font and the coloring,
And the
obviously.
way the K looks like a line with a C next to
It's
it.
true.
And I remember I wrote about that game for years because it was supposed to come out and never did, and eventually, I want to say it was like 6 years of writing about that game, and then it finally came out. And guess what? Nobody played it, and it wasn't very good.
Sorry for the
But anyway,
distraction.
game moments that made you guys feel cool. Do you have any?
Yeah, I mean, Neon White, I remember, made me
It's a
feel like
good
I
one.
was really
It's
cool.
a very good one.
Because every single level, I'd be like, I'm not gonna be able to do that. You're
Yeah, you
kidding
see
me?
like the things floating in the air and barely any platforms, and you're like, I gotta dash through this and zip around this. Oh, this ain't happening, and you're like, oh, wait a minute.
It was a very addictive game. Made me feel really cool. Made me feel like I was doing something way
Yes.
harder than I was.
Hey,
'Cause
Matty Bits.
just the fact that I was accomplishing it means that it's not that hard of a game. It's not like Celeste as far as platformers go.
I think I don't know how well the game sold. Maybe it did well. I don't know, but it seemed like the perfect game to market in the sense that it would push people away through the marketing, because you'd see the game and you'd be like, no way I could ever do that. And then you're like, you find out it's like a game built on speed running, and you're like, nope, can't forget
Yeah.
it. Like, not for me.
It's
But
got so much going against it for my sensibilities with gaming, and yet I was addicted to it. I every time I beat a level, I wanted to do it again, and I felt really cool dashing through and doing it.
that's a perfect
So
answer.
that's a good one.
So good. Also, bring it up every time. Great soundtrack in that game. Reach for the heavens. Love
I
that
think
game.
you probably said it. I'm
White.
sorry, I distracted myself. But you bust your butt to go as good as to go as fast and as efficiently as you can.
You don't really bust your butt.
Well, you're just constantly improving and stuff. So you're like, all right, that's the fastest I can do it. There's no way I can do it any faster. And then you do it faster, and you're like,
Yes.
heck yeah,
Yeah, plenty of times in that game, because there was the medal rankings, you'd get you barely get the first medal, and you'd be like, oh, no way I could pull that off. But you had that little voice in the back of your head where well, maybe if I did this jump, and then 20 minutes later you get the goal, and you're like, I'm amazing. No one's better at games than
Yeah.
me. Slider64 says, when you get multiple splats in any Splatoon game, it still feels great. Yes, that feeling and that noise, the noise of the ink hitting your opponent, and then the explosion noise when you get them, and then you layer those things. Oh, it's so good. So good. Just the noise. I mean, the noise doesn't make me feel cool, but it's very satisfying. But when you get those kills, it makes it satisfying. But just the noise of inking an opponent and hearing it, the noise. There's no way I can do what the noise is with my mouth, but because like it ticks up in tone as you ink them more, the more covered they are. Oh, it's so satisfying. But yes, getting those multiple splats in Splatoon feels so great. And we will all be experiencing that again very soon, just a couple weeks with Splatoon Raiders. Nikki Hill, moments in games that make you feel cool.
I forgot some,
Thanks.
but
Very cool.
the N Plus series, is that what it was?
Yes, that's another great one.
Those made me feel real good about myself.
Well, get ready because you got a new one coming out.
And there was something else that you were talking.
Thanks. Very cool.
And I was thinking, because that's what I do.
N Plus
don't listen.
and Neon White are such fantastic answers. They are spot on.
Oh man.
And plus another game with a great soundtrack. And we don't need to talk about its soundtrack anymore.
I blanked because I've gotten too many other things in my head since I thought of it.
Then
but,
moving on, Fortified Zone. Fortified Zone came out on the Switch Online Game
Oh, I
Boy
remember.
collection this week. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry. The Guacamelee series. Like you have to be really locked in
Yep.
for some of those because you're like
I agree.
you're transforming. You're like going between the living and the dead and as a man and a chicken, and like you have to
Mhm.
like get all these things in while you're or even like
It's a great one.
like
So the platforming sections in that too, just without the enemies, just like going
Yeah.
between the two.
no, like
Yeah.
there's like secrets or like
Yep,
things
yep,
to
yep.
collect that they put you through hell to get there.
Hell.
Kind of like some elements like they're not always, but that newest Prince of Persia that they put out there, like the platforming and like the combos that you have to pull off in that, to really just I don't know, not as much with that one, but
Roth also says a successful hunt in Monster Hunter. Yes, that does make you feel cool because those fights are like 15, 20, 30 minutes. So when you finally fell the monster and you get the horns and everything, yes, that feels fantastic. You're right. Very satisfying. It makes you feel awesome. Fortified Zone. So this week, Switch Online members got access to new retro games. If you have just a regular Switch Online account, you can play 3 new Game Boy games, or 3, not new, but 3 more Game Boy games as part of that collection. The Nintendo or Game Boy Nintendo Classics. And if you have Switch Online expansion pack, you also get a GBA game, which is actually 2 GBA games in one, but we'll talk about that later. But one of the games is Fortified Zone. Never played Fortified Zone in my life. Remembered seeing
Fortified
Zone, not 4 to 5 Zone.
Oh, okay. Thank you for the clarification.
What? 4 to 5 Zone. That's really good. What time do you think about leaving work? About the 4 to 5 zone. Fortified Zone. I saw the box for it in Toys R Us and Babbage's a lot, and I remember looking at it but never getting it because I didn't have the money to get it. So I played it this week. I'll tell you my thoughts about the game itself later.
You were in the 2 to 3 zone.
But that's right. Playing it took me back to that era of
That's a good cover.
right? It's a great cover.
It's great.
Game Boy games where they were like over and done in 20 or 30 minutes. And they weren't really the best game, but you were a little kid and you didn't have money to spend and you couldn't ask your parents to buy you all the games you wanted. So it was like, well, I guess I'm going to play Fortified Zone for 100 times. And it just took me back to that memory because, again, I'll share more detailed thoughts on the game later. But it was like, if I had this as a kid, I would have played it over and over and over and over again because I didn't have anything else to play. But it's really not a great game. But it's just like a...
It looks like Contra and Metal Gear had a baby. Is it that good?
Surprisingly, no.
Because the screenshots I'm looking at kind of look Contra-esque or Metal Gear-esque.
I like that the hero in this, or at least the guy, he might not be the hero, is
Metal
like
Gear than Contra, but it's got Contra.
He's not like Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone buff.
It's funny because
he's like an everyday man.
Yes, his sprite
into...
when it's walking has like 3 or 4 animation frames. That's all that there is, and there's one in particular where he looks like his ass is a tumor. Like they did not draw it right, and the way his Like one peck and his butt cheek look real weird to me. And for some reason, that is always the way I would stand still when I went to go look at the game's map. So I kept looking at it. I was like, this is wrong. Nobody looked at this and thought it was wrong. But anyway, I'll share more detailed thoughts on that. But it was just cool to have a game that was brand new to me, but made me remember that era of games, which I don't think we really can experience anymore, because even if you are in a family that can't afford to buy games, or you're in a position where you don't have money to spend on games all the time, there's a lot of free games out there where you don't have to be like, oh, I'm just going to play this one game 30 times because I literally have nothing else to play. Like you could go play Fortnite and you'd be set. Like Fortnite has so many other games inside of it, or you could go play Roblox and play all kinds of new games till the end of time for free. So it's really, that era is kind of a lost era where you're just stuck with the one or two games that you have, and there's no way for you as a child to get any other experiences because you don't have the money and your parents are going to buy it for you. You have so many free options out there now. So it's kind of a lost era, which in some ways is a good thing, really.
Yeah, I can see why we moved away from it. And I can also see, because we lived through it, why we're still nostalgic a little bit for that era. But
well, there is something to it. I think, there have been some studies recently about like how kids who played games when we were kids, we grew up in that era where you played what you had. And even if, you got a rental that you didn't like, I was like, well, what am I going to do? I got it for a week. I'm going to play it. I'll play I'll play the Addams Family game, and it's garbage.
The crap out of bad rentals.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't be like, oh, I'm not playing it. Like next time we'll get something.
Not playing it wasn't an option. You may have turned it off when you first played it and been like, this is bad. But then a couple of hours go by, you're like,
like I don't know why that is. It's like
nothing else to do.
Oh my God, it's great.
So there have been studies about that era of gaming where some of the studies have found that has instilled problem solving and patience in our generation because we did that. And it's because we forced ourselves to, because we were like, well, it's either sit in my room and do nothing, or play this game.
Those were the terms. That was it. You didn't have a phone to like go online and do whatever you wanted, and you couldn't just download a different game or a demo for a different game.
And
you
TV,
needed a ride to the video store.
Much of our childhood, we didn't even have cable. I know it's a sore spot for you, but there's we didn't have cable, so it wasn't like you could just put on the TV and watch something, because what were you going to...
And that's another thing. It's like crazy.
The news was going to be on,
it's crazy to think that that's how we lived. It seems so insane to just be at the mercy of whatever's on TV at the moment. Like it just seems so crazy.
And it led to us. I think that really did lead to us watching things and us learning things that people or kids, and I'm not knocking kids, but it was like aggressive, passive learning, where through osmosis of just hearing shows or seeing shows that you would never otherwise watch, you would learn things. You'd hear about pop culture things that you wouldn't get otherwise, just because, the show you wanted to see was on at 6 o'clock and you had literally nothing to do. So you're going to watch from 5 to 6. I don't know, or Sally Jesse Raphael's on. And you're like, well, I guess the TV's going to be on for this. And
you saw the throat whistler guy and you're like, this is the best thing ever. Hey, Mom, I'm quitting school. I'm going to be a throat whistler.
It really is funny because, but you have to make an appointment to see something that you want. Like you'd have to be like, all right, 8 o'clock, the show I want to watch is on. Yeah. And it's like, well, we got an hour and a half till then. And then you're just like watching filler crap.
Yes.
Whatever.
I watched TGIF and I watched all 2 hours of it, but I didn't want to see all 2 hours of it. I wanted Boy Meets World. I wanted Family Matters. Full House, I could give or take. And then I just step by step, I liked better than Full House, but still didn't love it as much as I love Family Matters. And Perfect Strangers was part of TGIF for a little bit. Loved that. That was really what got me in to begin with. And Family Matters was a spinoff of Perfect Strangers. But I just saw a TikTok. I meant to save it and I didn't. I got to try and find it for you guys. It was
the connection in that.
Harriet worked at the mailroom in the building of Perfect Strangers.
That's awesome.
And they're like, hey, let's just
literally let's see what Harriet's family is
right.
Like.
Exactly. The spinoff idea was this lady who's on the show every once in a while, works in the mailroom. Let's make a whole show about her family. And as far as I know, Balky and what's his face never went to Family Matters.
No.
You think like on a spin-off show, maybe one episode they'd go
Yeah.
visit.
Oh, hey, you dropped your scarf on the way out. I just wanted to get
Right?
it back to you.
And
And
Harriet
I brought my
says,
cousin.
and Harriet says, "Did I do that?" And it all works out.
Nice.
What are their names? Balky and Larry. They were just at a place in
Cousin?
Jersey. They just did a signing in Jersey.
All right.
I'm so pissed off I missed it.
Oh man.
And the comic book place that had them there put up all the pictures of people that came in to meet them. They look so happy. They not the people in the picture, but Larry and Balky.
Well,
I
that's
forget their
nice.
Bronson Pinchot and the other guy I love. They looked so genuinely happy because I imagine you go through a whole thing where it's like, I'm on TV. I'm on one of the top shows. Everybody loves me. I'm the king of the universe. And then it's, I can't get any work. I can't get in anything else. And then it's like, I don't want to say, don't be ridiculous anymore. I'm more than this.
Right. If you ever get an interview, it's just going to be like, tell us about Balky.
Do
and where
the
you
dance of
found
joy.
her."
And it's like, I don't want to do that. And then eventually so many years pass where you're like, this means something to people and it brings them so much happiness. And maybe my career didn't go the way I wanted it to, but decades later, I still have something that makes people come out and see me and cry and laugh and smile.
Hope they get that.
A
A
lot
lot
of
of these
do.
celebrities are tied to like these managers now,
Hey,
and they
Rocco.
just put them out in these like fan experiences, and
Yes.
they're just making money. So
That
they're
is
happy
true.
to be
Yes,
making the
that
money
is true.
off of their past.
You
glory
have a
days.
mix. It's true. But like,
but when you see the two of them together,
But they don't have to be so smiley about it.
Yes.
You know, like,
Yeah.
you
and it
definitely
comes off
seen
like
people
a
who
genuine happiness. It comes off that way.
Yeah.
Or they're amazing actors. Jaleel White, I think, handles it really well because obviously his career has not gone the way he wanted it to after Family Matters because he was the king
after
of that
Carl put a curse on him.
show. Yes. But he was in that Star Wars show recently, but he's got a steady job as the host of that show on Game Show Network. And he has talked about it. He's like, listen, not the way I thought my career would go, but I have a lot of fun. Like I get to see other people having fun. Like he's like, it's great.
It
I
could
like
be
it.
way worse too. He could be dead after robbing a liquor store or
Have
something.
you heard
know?
him tell the story about there was like Dr. Drew was doing that show for a while where it was like celebrities who are addicted to some sort of drug or
Right.
alcohol, and Dr. Drew comes in and
Celebrity
helps them.
rehab?
Have you heard? Yes. Have you heard him talk about that?
No.
He had no addictions or anything, and they came to him and they were like,
I'm not surprised.
we will give you an insane amount of money to
I think
be
we
on
did
the
talk
show.
about
That Dr. Drew's such a rat.
And they're like, he's like, I'm not addicted to anything. And they're like, we know, you just go on the show and pretend. And he's like, are you crazy?
That's so rad.
He's like, because he's saying like, they see me and they're like, he doesn't get work anymore. We can give him a lot of money. And of course he'll do it. And he's like, no, I'm not so low or so bad off that I'm going to be like, yes, I'll pretend to be
and
addicted.
then forever people are going to be like, Urkel's
Yes.
addicted. Of course he was. He
Yeah.
had a rough go of it. And,
And then he said, this organization, some company came to him and they're like, we want to bring back Family Matters. And he's like, I'm not going to say the amount of money, but he's like, it was an insane amount of money. And he's like, yes, I'm okay for the idea, but I am not signing on until I see scripts for the show. And they're like, you're going to be the star this time around. And and he's like, okay, that's great.
He was
But
the last time.
yeah, but he's like, but I'm not signing anything until I see scripts for the show. He's like, the role was obviously my most important role. And yes, I'd love the money, but I'm not just going to sign this to make the money. He's like, if we're going to do it again, I'd like to be more involved and hopefully it'll be decent. Because he's like, when the show went off
Right.
the air, the last 3 seasons, he's like, he's very honest. He's like, the show wasn't ever amazing, but it was fun for a while. But the last 3 seasons were like horrible. But he was, in the contract, so whatever.
well, good for him. That seems
Yes.
like
So it seems like, hey, Blinded, it seems like he's in a really good place, which is cool to see.
yeah, the fact that he would actually, have that kind of integrity. Because most people would just sign that and just be like, oh, I'll read the scripts when they come out. I'm sure it's fine.
And
but-
to some degree, I can fault them. If you are like a child actor that has been trying to do other acting for decades and you get nothing, and then somebody's like, I'm going to give you $1 million an episode. We're going to do 12 episodes. I can't fault some people being like,
Yeah, of
sure,
course not,
I'll
sure.
I'll do it, because in the grand scheme of things, it's not like you're doing anything wrong or bad.
I mean, that's way better than being like, I'm a drug addict. Like, Dr. Drew, help me.
Yeah, Spaced Out's got it. The name
and
of the new one is
meanwhile-
Two Family, Two Matters.
You know, and now we don't know who on that show was a real addict or not, because like I'm sure maybe
Yes.
some people weren't real addicts. And
Yeah.
then what does that mean to the people who are real addicts?
Right?
Like, how horrible
It's
is
horrible. Dr. Drew,
that? What a crap.
in my
what
opinion,
piece of crap.
piece of trash. Piece of trash.
I mean, he is, but I don't know if he's the driving force of that show. There's casting people.
Well,
Who,
he's
Oh
going
yes,
along with
but
it,
to
though.
sign
I mean-
exactly to go
Right.
along with it is I don't
'Cause
care.
if you think
You're
he
just as
doesn't
bad
know,
as the other
Right.
people to me. Yeah,
there's no way he doesn't know that
He
they're
definitely
doing
knows.
that. But yeah, that's interesting. That's an interesting take on it. I'm glad now that they're older, like Balky and Larry and Urkel. I hate to call them by their character names, but like just for it's good that
Bronson
they're
Pinchot, Steph,
Mark Lynn Baker.
But-
Jaleel White, and
Mark Lynn Baker.
Okay,
But then
Great
there's,
name,
I looked
too.
it up, but
then there's a guy like the guy who played Dwight on the American
Oh my
Office.
God.
He's in
Rainn
that
Wilson?
he's in that realm right now where he
Yes.
he resents the role and he doesn't want anyone to talk to him about it, and he's like being a real like
And
every
they-
time you see him he's like being a jerk
And
about
he
it.
thinks they could never make The Office now because it was too edgy. And
Right,
it's like,
and,
what the
like,
hell are you talking about?
I'm just waiting for like 10 more years to go by and for him to be like, oh wow, like I did touch a lot of lives, maybe I should
well,
like think
He's
about
on,
this differently. But
not to take it this direction, but he is on the other side of politics.
Is
I
he?
guess I
As
shouldn't be
is
surprised.
Dr. Drew.
I guess
So-
we shouldn't be surprised.
I don't want to upset you guys, but did you see the
Bronson Pinchot is dead.
TikToks outside of Dog Day Afternoon where people are getting autographs from Eben Moss Bacharach, and they're like, "Can I get a yes, chef?" And he was like, "No."
Oh, I saw that. Yeah,
so I
but
saw that.
that doesn't bother me.
He
I don't
he
think.
he basically, but like he shut down like everybody, which I get because everybody they're getting these autographs to resell, so they want it in a certain color and stuff
I-
like that. And he's just like, "Nope, nope, nope, thanks a lot," and he
I-
walks away.
Get it? I'm not mad at it. I don't love it. Like, it makes me a little sad. Like, I don't have any problem with him not being like, dance monkey, do the line, and he does it. And I'm sure he has to deal with it all the time. I just wish he would say the same answer in a different way.
Yeah,
Be like,
mean,
no,
he-
I'm good, or something
and
like that.
I don't know what
you
he's
know?
going if he's going through anything. He definitely. It could either be
He's not a
it could
disdain
either be
man.
really
Let's put it
grumpy
that way.
or he's like burnt
Yes,
out.
everybody has
because
a
he's
bad
also
day,
going
yes.
through a schedule
I mean,
right
they're
now that he's
doing-
probably
they're
not
doing
entirely
like
that familiar
6 shows like a week or whatever, and then he's got to come out and like like they're fans and that's touching, but you don't know like sign in this color so I can hawk it on the
fan
internet
is
or
in the wrong no matter
say
what
yes,
here.
yes chef. Like it's not like they paid money for his autograph to meet him there. Like they might have bought a ticket to the show, but that doesn't give them like free
Yes.
reign to like paw at him. Whereas if he was at a con and
Yes.
then they were like, and he was like, I'm not doing yes chef, not doing this
Yeah.
and that, take your picture, like
and he's here like under a sign that says like
That's a
him
little
from
different.
the bear and everything, and
Yeah.
being like, what are you here for?
Because then you
Right.
got stories of like, is it Hayden Christensen? Or no,
who's
Matthew
definitely
Lillard.
come full circle.
Matthew Lillard like remembers people from years past.
Hayden
who come and get their
Christensen
picture.
and Matthew Lillard, both of them, great,
Yeah.
great, because
Yeah,
they
that
very,
stuff's
that
very
it means a
touching.
lot to them, and they do everything. Like I love seeing their stuff, but yeah, with whatever, yes, chef guy, like that's the fan's fault because that's the fan. You don't say that stuff, like that's just awkward, and I don't want to say it's rude, but it's a little rude.
I mean, I did say to Charles Martinet, say good. Like I was yelling at Charles Martinet to do Mario quotes at me. So
maybe that's another way of
Obscure-
looking at it. Maybe
obscure Mario quotes, really.
and like I know you weren't a kid, but we were kids, and maybe a kid was asking him to say yes. Frontal lobe's not fully developed. There's a whole bunch of stuff we don't know here.
well,
All in all, it wasn't a terrible situation for anybody involved.
like if say you see him on the street and he's nice enough to stop and you chat for like a minute,
and you ask him to
then-
make you a meal,
then
that's just
maybe be
wrong.
like, give me a yes chef, like,
Yeah.
and then it's kind of because it's a little more personal. But if it's just like, I'm gonna see you for 2 seconds, say yes chef, say yes chef.
yeah.
Like I can
Yeah.
see why
I mean, I
you'd
kinda-
be like, forget it. Like
I prefer the what's his name take on it, or not take, but whatever. What the hell is the other guy's name from that show? Jeremy something.
Alan White.
Jeremy Allen.
That sounds
White.
right.
Or like somebody saw him at a store or whatever and was like, "Hey, you know, you look just like that guy from The Bear." And he goes, "Oh yeah, I never heard that. Thanks."
Oh, you mean the John Cassidy approach?
Yeah.
Poor Joe. Well, I won't say that.
Joe
Joe Joe
Piscopo,
Piscopo's on the
right?
wrong side of things too, but
Buds.
poor Joe Piscopo. And Joe Piscopo said to my dad, "Aren't you the guy that dragged that cat litter through the whole store?" Moving on.
Yeah.
Ghost in the Shell. I watched the first episode
I
of
saw
the brand new adaptation of Ghost in the Shell, which is aiming to be a very faithful adaptation of the manga, the original source material, because Science Saru, which is the studio that did it, which is the team that did Don, they were talking about the opportunity to do this, and they were like, how should we do it? What should we do? And one of the heads of the studio was like, how about we do a faithful adaptation, because none of the others have been faithful in all regards. He's like, let's try and be as close to the source material as we can, which means there's humor and a different style of art and other stuff, but all the serious stuff is in there too. So I was very excited for it. Watched the first episode, blew me away. Loved it. It had moments that were very serious and dark. It had moments that were silly. I loved the art style. It was gorgeous. Not surprising, the studio picked amazing music for the whole episode. Killed it. Could not be happier. It is a fantastic. Episode 1 was all I could have hoped for and more. It was phenomenal. Like, as someone who has seen every Ghost in the Shell, everything there is, the TV shows, the movies, all of it, I adore it. So I can only hope the rest of it goes as great as it does from here on out. Very excited to watch it, but it was really stellar.
Crunchyroll.
No, Amazon, actually.
Oh, cool.
Amazon's got that. Amazon, every season of new anime will grab one or two that are like ones that people in
Like
the
fair
general
weather
public
kind
know
of,
about. Like,
or-
they'll really go for something like very notable or something that's like extremely expensive. Either way, they don't have a big slate, but what they get is like very noteworthy. So, very, very good. And the English dub is available alongside the Japanese. I watched the English dub and I thought it was very good. The machines, I forget what the machines that they go in, that they ride around in. They weren't really, they're in the first movie, but
Pacific
very
Rims?
barely. They kind of look like fat spiders. And there's one in like you just recently watched it, like the end fight. There's one of them zipping around. Those are a big part of Ghost in the Shell, but they're not really in that movie. They're in this show right off the bat, and all of them pilot them or run around in them. The voice of them is Pomni from The Amazing
Oh.
Digital Circus,
Wow.
and she's a great fit. So yes, loved it. Good stuff. Can't wait for more. Last thing I wrote about was Dr. Mario and Puzzle League, which is another game that joined the.
Oh, because Mom Brain met with Dr. Mario last night, and he just pushed the wound.
That's right. He tried to shove a pill inside the open hole in her
We gotta
foot.
kill those. We gotta kill those bugs.
Listen, I got
Those
blue,
germs.
yellow. I got red, yellow. You gotta make it work. I wrote about Dr. Mario and Puzzle League. Again, I don't even think I knew this game existed back in the day. I knew Dr. Mario existed, but this is specifically a 2-in-1 GBA cartridge that came out back then. I never played it, but I did play Dr. Mario, obviously, and I played Puzzle League, but I played it as Tetris Attack, which I still say is one of the greatest puzzle games ever. What does Tetris Attack have to do with Tetris? Not a thing. This was at the time when Nintendo was like, we got a new puzzle game coming out, put Tetris in the title and people will buy it. And that's how it worked for a very long time. But Tetris Attack is a fantastic puzzle game. It's squares of different colors, and you match the colors 3 or more in a row, and they disappear, and you can get combos by dropping them down. That's all it is. It's phenomenal. You swap 2 squares at a time. So Tetris Attack was on Super Nintendo, and then it was Puzzle League and Panel de Pon, and a whole bunch of different names, all the same game, except Tetris Attack had nothing to do with Tetris outside the name, and it starred Nintendo characters, like Yoshi was in it and other Nintendo characters. Puzzle League, I don't think it has Nintendo characters. It might have original characters. Panel de Pon had original characters, but I played it. I'll talk more about the game later, but I was playing that because a lot going on. I was frazzled for a reason I honestly don't want to talk about, but I was frazzled. And I needed to get my mind off of things. And I was like, Puzzle League came out. I was like, I just want something I can sit with and play and kind of like distract my brain while also going on autopilot. So I played Puzzle League because I was interested in it anyway, and it worked perfectly. It was just a very like soothing experience where I could go on autopilot, but I was still really enjoying what I was playing, and plus I was getting to take in a new version of the game, which was cool. So it's just what I needed. I spent like a good hour and a half just like zoning out playing Puzzle League, and it took enough of the edge off my mindset where I felt better, and I was like, okay, that was good. So if you haven't played Dr. Mario Puzzle League, check it out. But I'll talk more about the game specifically later. And that's all I wrote about on Patreon this week. And now it's time for news. Where's news? And now we are starting news. Finally. There you go. I don't know how close.
Sound hard.
I don't know how close that was, but hopefully it was good. What do we got in the news this week? Not too much, but I'll fill you in. Okay. Famitsu magazine recently celebrated its 40th anniversary. Yes, Famitsu Famitsu magazine is a gaming magazine in Japan. It's been around for 40 years. Here's the craziest part. It comes out weekly. Still to this day, a weekly video game magazine. That is a very quick turnaround. Holy crap. But they're going strong, 40 years. And for their 40th anniversary, they shared the results of a whole bunch of different polls that they gave their readers. And one of the questions they asked their readers was their favorite developer. And Famitsu readers voted, and Nintendo came out on top. Nintendo was voted by Famitsu readers as the #1 favorite developer. And believe it or not, which is very rare, Nintendo offered up a statement on this win. I'm shocked.
We're doomed.
I don't know who at Nintendo wrote the statement, but they shared a statement. They said, quote, "Thank you for choosing Nintendo as the #1 game developer. We are also extremely happy that Mario and Legend of Zelda have been received favorably. They place well on other charts. Ever since the Famicom was released in 1983, we have created chances for many to give video games a try, and we are grateful to Famitsu for keeping customers excited and supporting us across those 40 years. During those 40 years, technology related to game development has evolved, and the environment has changed as well. But we have continued to keep originality as our central theme, going through trial and error and learning many things while creating entertainment with the goal of putting smiles on customers' faces. If this 40-year-long path has become a part of everyone's memories, there is nothing that would make us happier. Continue to challenge various things, aiming for unique entertainment that only we can produce, and work hard towards that goal. We shall continue to be in your care from now on. Finally, in celebration of 40 years of Famitsu, we hope to continue developing mutually beneficial partnership and keeping the gaming industry lively." Pretty cool statement from Nintendo. Just to point that out, that is machine translated. So the actual translation might be a little bit different, but machine translation is good enough to get the point across. Now, Red Knight says, "Really cool of them to acknowledge the honor. They are overall best, in my opinion." Well, some might say we're biased, and maybe they're right, but I would agree. I think they're overall best in a lot of ways. Maybe not in all ways, but I certainly appreciate Nintendo's output in the game industry. So yeah, really cool to see them put a statement out there. They don't really do that, but on their home turf, like they're saying, the Famicom may not have taken off without the support of Famitsu magazine on the coverage of the games and letting people know about everything that's out there. So I think they're very right to acknowledge that. So good on Nintendo for doing that.
Does the FAMI beginning of Famicom and Famitsu have anything to do with each other?
It has to. I don't know off the top of my head, but it would be crazy that it wouldn't. Yeah, I would imagine Famitsu magazine got started because of that. I don't know. I'm sure the wiki page says something. Maybe somebody in the chat can tell us. But yes, Famicom is for family computer. Famitsu is for family zoo, as we all know. And moving on. Yes. So as we heard earlier, the Switch Death Day is coming, but in Europe, the Switch is going to be discontinued. That includes the Switch Lite, and the Switch
And the
OLED.
Switch Drive.
Because there's that new rule over in Europe that where if you make anything that has an internal battery, it has to be replaceable by the consumer. And obviously the Switch is not capable of that, so they cannot sell it anymore. And you might ask, why isn't Nintendo just making a version of the Switch where you can replace the battery? Great question. Nintendo hasn't officially said, but the Switch is 10 years old. But on top of that, it's a little expensive to make hardware right now. So Nintendo probably doesn't have the extra money to do 3 brand new lines of the Switch Lite, and Switch OLED.
I mean, why? Yeah, why would they make a new version of an old system?
The only reason
just
they
to
would do
fit
it is
into
because they
that.
legally have to, and the other option is don't do it. And
Yeah.
that's what they're. I'm
Are
sure.
these are
I'm guessing that if the memory chip expenses and all that tariff situation wasn't going on and it was business as usual, Nintendo would probably do at least the regular Switch in a small run. I don't think they just cold turkey it, but right now they're like, this is crazy because they have to do a new version of the Switch too with a different battery in it. And they're like, okay, that's where our money's going to go. So
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I thought about that too.
I thought about that now.
those systems are region locked?
No.
They're region free.
Yes. Only Japan has one option that is region locked. They also have the region free. There is no. Everybody's Switch 2 is Switch and Switch 2 are region free.
So those European systems can make their way to different regions.
Sure can.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to switch,
Nintendo should scoop them all up and take all the chips out. And
I thought
sell
about
them
that
to
too.
NVIDIA.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then just a Ouroboros situation where they're just filling each other.
Brilliant.
So that goes into effect mid-February 2027. So things will continue for now, but the Switch is going to be phased out, and they will have the Switch 2 with the replaceable battery.
So
in it.
get
know
your
what kind of
Switches now, Parisians. Am I right?
I mean, the price isn't going to change.
Yeah, but
If you want to switch,
if you want a regular Switch, because
Yes, if you want a regular Switch, get it now. Yeah. Or import, like Nikki Hill said. You still have plenty of options. And like paying import prices, you're not going to pay a lot extra. Like
well, I wasn't even
$20
talking
extra.
about importing it into Europe. I was
Hey,
talking
Tony,
about
say
like
hi.
if they still have stock left over, are they forced to completely
Field destroy. I don't know what they do with it. Great question.
Huh.
like if
Really don't know. They can't sell it. In Europe, they can't sell it.
at all. So, yeah. I don't know.
Packaging, I don't know. They could probably sell it in other regions, yeah, but they can't sell it in Europe. Not allowed legally.
It's so interesting, right? Like,
So it's great that this happened. It's great for consumers that it happened, but you think there'd be more time. I don't want to say it's a quick turnaround because it's not, but it's not as long as a turnaround as I thought. You think they'd give them like another year grace period where it's like, okay, you still got another year after the enacted date to sell
phase
your
them out.
inventory
Yeah.
rather than be like, no more. But whatever, it's good for consumers all around, and
or
that's all that
like
matters.
if they change the price, like force them to change the price because it doesn't have the same.
I think the situation both Nintendo and European Commission of whatever want to
Yes.
avoid is customers going in, buying a thing and saying,
then
I didn't know I couldn't
Right.
use this.
Also, do we know what kind of battery? Are they like big cells or is it like AA?
Duracell. It's 58 Duracell you have to put in there. No,
That's a
I
lot.
mean, it's some lithium something. I don't know.
9-volt.
9-volt.
Nice.
And when you need to check if your Switch needs a charge, you
Some
just put it
D-
on your tongue.
D cells that are like 3 times the width of this actual system.
Man, toys used to use D cells a lot when we were kids, and I don't really do it anymore. It's like a couple AAA or AA, and
They
We
still
figured it
sell
out.
them. I don't know what.
yeah, they sell flashlights are like the only thing I can.
or
think
like
of that
yeah,
still use
like
them. Yeah.
electric lanterns or something.
maybe sexual props.
I don't. Those things like. It's got to be
8 D cell batteries.
It's got to be bigger than a D cell. So that's already big.
Listen.
Hey,
Different strokes for different folks. Hawk says, I hope these products make it outside the EU, particularly the controllers. Yes, because also the controllers have to go. Yeah, why not? Why not? We'll find out. Whatever happens, I'll be certain to let you know. Double D cells. There you go, SD. So I covered both of those all in one. As we've said before, that the Crimson Desert team has said, yeah, we kind of want to put this game out on Switch too, but we don't know if we're going to be able to. We got to run some tests. Well, D cells for fleshlights. That's correct, Matibus. That is what I said. They said, we want to put this on Switch too, but we're not sure if we're not sure if we can do it. We want to try it. They're like, give us some time. We want to try it. Well, true to their word, they are trying it. We got an update from the guys at Pearl Abyss. This is the CEO of Pearl Abyss, the company that made Crimson Desert. He confirmed that they are testing it out right now and says, quote, there are still parts we need to compromise on because the Switch is, he says Switch, but he means Switch 2. Switch 2's specs are lower compared to other consoles, but internally we've started to get interested and have begun research and development. So it sounds like it's going well. So it sounds like a feasible project. And, I would imagine it would take a couple of years or something like that. And then you'll get some special edition or something like that. But it seems like it'll happen. Further comment, we believe it's important to bring Crimson Desert to as many platforms as possible. We are looking into the Switch 2, and it's currently being developed to a level where basic gameplay is possible. However, platform expansion isn't just a simple port. The main point is whether we can fully maintain the graphics, action, and open world experience of Crimson Desert on that device. Switch 2 version still requires optimization and technical verification, and we also need to analyze collaborations with partners and whether they meet our quality standards. Therefore, it's difficult to confirm a release schedule. We will announce transparently as soon as we have confirmed information. So what more could you ask for? They said, hey, we're trying things out. Things are moving along. We still got things we got to iron out. We can't give you a date because we don't know, but we'll keep you informed. So perfect. What more can you ask for? There you go. So we will keep you posted on whatever else pops up about that. As I've said many times, Switch Online account holders got new retro games to play. If you're a fan of the Game Boy and you have just your standard Switch Online account, you now have access to Fortified Zone, the Sword of Hope 2, and the real banger of the collection, Wario Land Super Mario Land 3.
Man, my brain. 4 to 5 zone, the Sword of Hope 2. it's hopey, but it's sort of hope.
Maybe it's my enunciation.
No, it's
the Sword of Hope 2.
The Sword of Hope and Fortified Zone
and Wario Land Super Mario Land 3. If you are a Game Boy Advance fan and a Switch Online expansion pack member, you have access to Dr. Mario and Puzzle League.
It's not you. It's just those two.
Very good.
What is that from?
Dr. Mario.
Is it? Have you been playing?
Doom, doom. I
don't remember that song.
Maybe you are.
That sounds familiar.
Or maybe you are. That
one sounds familiar.
I don't even remember how that goes. Something like that. Oh, that was good.
All right, I'm not doing the whole thing.
Man,
that was enough.
That was good though. That was really.
But you get to that breakdown later too.
I know you got a lot of stuff going on, but if you could do like an acapella, just like 4 tracks, maybe you might need more than that for certain songs.
Move
but
over, Smooth McGroove.
Yeah, but his are like fun.
I said move on.
His are fun, one-offs. I feel like you've got like a whole concerto.
I should just record myself while I'm working because you would hear it all day long.
Because he's got like that classically trained voice and he's great at it. But like there's something about you
raw.
Doing it, raw, but like your pitch is always perfect, which is what makes it recognizable.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I think I do. The difference between Smooth McGroove is way more talent, but the difference between us is I will do like the little noises and weird sounds that he won't do that I also consider part of the song. So he'll do most of it, but there's certain things where he won't do it. I'll be like, oh, he's not doing that. That's in there. And I'm like, that's very important. But whatever. We love Smooth McGroove. Gecko Kitsune says we should have gotten Tomato Adventure too. It is true. In Japan, or if you have a Japanese Switch Online expansion pack account, you also get access to Tomato Adventure, which is an RPG.
Slider 64 called
Rough
you
McSmooth. Rough McSmooth. That's it. Rough McSmooth. That's amazing. Holy. I almost cursed that like that so much. Holy
That's
crap.
really funny.
Rough McSmooth. So there's your Switch Online games. Go play them, people. Here we go. We got more talk about VRR, which stands for Nikki Hill. You're a man of the TV movie industry.
No idea.
Variable refresh rate.
Mm.
Variable refresh rate in real time is used to match a game's frame rate, or not necessarily a game. It could be a show, for a smoother experience. So no jittering or all that stuff if VRR is used, but it is, there's technical details to it. It can't just be a thing that's there and used. There's, you have to figure out how to make it work with the power that you have. Well, a whole bunch of stuff. Handshake issues between cables and all that, blah, 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 blah. The Switch 2 right now has VRR in handheld mode. We originally thought it was going to have handheld or VRR support in docked and handheld mode. We know that the dock supports VRR, but it is disabled, and people are wondering why. What happened? Obviously, it's not working the way Nintendo intended or reliably enough for it to work as Nintendo intended, so it is disabled behind the scenes right now. But now we have some insight that shows Nintendo is continuing to work with it, and they want to fix it or get it to a point where they feel it's appropriate to push out to the public, because there's a job listing from Nintendo, and the job they're looking to fill is for someone who has experience in troubleshooting display protocol and VRR issues between HDMI and display port signaling. So that is directly related to Switch 2. So they are looking to hire someone to help them with that, which means they're actively trying to solve that problem. So if you're hoping VRR gets added to Switch 2, because I know a lot of people are fans of it, and docked gets added specifically for docked games, there is still hope. Don't lose hope, because it has been a year plus since we've had this conversation. And right up until before the Switch 2 came out, we thought it was going to support VRR docked. And then shortly after, Nintendo was like, there was a mistake in our documentation, and we were wrong. It's just handheld. So
it's a real bummer. I mean, I want my refreshes to be rated variably all the time. So hopefully this is true.
It's fair.
Hopefully this is a true
one.
I didn't mean to leave you out to dry there. I was taking a sip of water.
You said it was fair.
If it happens, if they add it,
you wetted me up.
I will text you first before I even post it on GoNintendo, because it's that important to you.
Please do. I know exactly what it means, what it does, and why it's important. So if you could.
Does that mean the Switch is controlling
Switch 2
the refresh rate of the television?
Well, it's a handshake thing.
So it's telling the television, like, slow down, buddy.
Listen, I can't get into the technical details of how VRR works.
Because if that's the case, that sounds pretty complex. And that also only, like, I feel like that would depend on the television's ability to receive that information, right?
Don't ask me. I don't know. Talk to Digital Foundry. All I can tell you is I know what VRR is. I don't personally care about it. And you can't use it docked on a Switch.
I think VRR is just somebody who went to type in virtual reality and hit the R a second time by accident.
That's exactly
virtual real reality.
The
next layer.
Well.
Really real.
Is the handshake process that you're describing like when Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and DJ Jazzy Jeff do their handshake?
That's called, I think the kids today would call it being dapped up. It's different. No.
I think that's
handshake
too casual.
Is like,
it's more of a business hug.
Oh, actually, he's wrong. It's
together.
The kind of handshake you get behind the 7-Eleven late at night.
Yeah, I want
that only involves one hand
refreshed all the time,
but it's shaken. And I love that my iPad there says "voice is my instrument" in that picture.
And it's one
hand.
The
Bowser. This is perfect. The water bottle. Now I'm looking at it. The water bottle, the Bowser. The iPad that's right here, one hand. That's a professional mic. I got that arm in the other room, but I don't use it. But that's two computer monitors. I do have that in my office. There's the flag back there. This is really good. Is that the actual background? That is the actual background, isn't it? That's embarrassing.
No,
but the foreground is good.
So who you married to in this picture? I wonder.
Ooh.
Oh, is that yeah?
Yeah, look at that.
I see a watch. I see the ring on my finger. Yeah, that's true.
Andrew got an Apple Watch, which
What
you
the
never
hell?
would.
All right, please, computer, generate me a picture of who I'm married to. Moving on, or not moving on. Marl O says, we always knew it was a DisplayPort to HDMI issue since that is notoriously finicky. Even the Steam Deck, which does support VRR through its dock, has a lot of VRR issues, stuff that Nintendo would never be okay with in one of their products. Here's hoping they do figure out something, because I think the Switch 2's biggest hardware issue is the lack of VRR in dock mode, as does as well.
Yeah.
Second would be the terrible built-in screen for handheld mode, which does not support HDR, regardless of what it says. It's not true HDR and has extremely poor pixel refresh rates and results in very bad motion blur. I agree. The screen on the Switch 2 is lackluster to a degree that I would say personally is bothersome. That is my personal opinion, but I don't really play handheld. And it depends on the game where it bothers me, and I'll never not play handheld because of it, but I very much recognize it is below par, in my opinion, and by, I'd say, a decent amount. So hopefully that gets fixed in the future. I'd say that over VRR, but that would involve. Well, rumor has it it's happening. There's a whole new screen coming to the Switch.
Take your Switch 2. I'll take mine, and I'll meet you behind the 7-Eleven. And
okay, we'll check it out.
We'll see if that fixes the issue.
Oh, happy 7-Eleven Day, by the way.
Oh my God!
Today's
we get free Slurpees
if you're listening live.
Take a bucket in,
yeah.
whatever you want. Oh my God!
I don't know. Is it whatever size you want?
Yeah, well, up to a certain size, yes.
No, yeah, I didn't know if that's even part of it. 7-Eleven Day.
Yeah, I've seen people take the Home Depot buckets, and they will fill those, but I think that's as big as they go, which is insane that they do that. But anyway, thumbnail.
How is
what
that
about
container even big enough? No, it just looks like you just have to click the enable button. Have people tried that? Has Nintendo tried that?
That's what Mario's thinking about doing. He's like, haven't they tried clicking that?
We're going to hire somebody for this? I can do this myself.
And yes, that is the screenshot directly from the Switch 2. So
Did
the
you take that photo?
No, I sourced the photo, but I did not take that photo. Moving on. We got our first leaked look. Man, you think Nintendo has leaks?
That man, look at him.
You think Nintendo has leaks?
That's
Lego
also behind 7-Eleven.
Lego has leaks to an insane degree. Every Lego kit that's coming out is leaked before it's officially announced. And that includes the Nintendo ones. We knew that Lego Donkey Kong something was coming.
The bricks don't fit together like liquid tight.
I feel like they do.
Like what? Liquid tight?
Yeah. There's a lot of leaks.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
It wasn't a good
like
joke.
my pee hole and my bee hole. Liquid tight.
People usually say airtight. I just want to throw that out there.
Okay.
People don't usually say liquid tight.
I understand,
which is where your
airtight.
confusion is coming from.
And now I know both.
This is liquid tight.
Beehole's definitely not airtight there, buddy.
It's not
That's true.
airtight.
Very
It's
true.
not airtight. But
a lot of people's
tight.
beeholes aren't liquid tight nowadays either with that whatever going around.
Yeah.
We knew Donkey Kong Lego was coming. We didn't know what it looked like, but now through a leak we do. It looks like a take on the original arcade game. And it's even like a little arcade unit with a joystick and buttons. And
it's pretty freaking wild.
1,367 pieces. Comes out August 1st. It looks like there will be some moving parts in there. And it is priced at $200. There you go. Now you have not all the info. Now you have the important information on what it will look like and if you might want to pick one up.
This past week, I built the Game Boy, the Lego Game Boy.
How long did that build take you?
Maybe like an hour and a half. But like
Game Boy size.
I think it's the exact Game Boy size. The D-pad moves. Like when you're building it, like you put in these little rubber stoppers, and then like you build it. The pieces kind of lock in the D-pad.
It has different screens for different games, right?
Yeah, there's a Legend of Zelda something or other, and a
Mario Land,
Link to the Past, and a
Link's Awakening.
And a Super Mario, and then just like the Nintendo
Logo.
when you turn it on, like, and it's lenticular, so when you tilt it, like the Nintendo thing
nice little touch
down.
And there's a Fortified Zone one as well.
Super Mario Land.
That's coming at a later date.
Fortified Zone and Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening.
The
three big.
It's actually 4 to 5 zone.
4 to 5 zone. They couldn't clear the rights, so they did 4 to 5 zone. Yeah, and like the A and B buttons are
pressable. It's pretty.
Sounds good.
It's interesting the way they
And
build
it's
it.
one of the most nicely priced ones. I feel like the price on that one, Lego stuff
Yeah.
is expensive, but for that
But
one, I feel like it's not a bad
It is
price.
a nice display piece too,
$1,000.
because it is the size of the Game Boy, and like from across the room, it looks just like it.
Mhm.
What was I going to say? Oh, so I'm assuming I'm not that smart with all these things. I'm assuming as you're building it,
Perhaps that
it
was the
looks
most
like there's like
important part.
it doesn't look like circuitry. It looks like I would assume it's like a top-down view of like a level of a game.
Oh, I
or
don't remember if
something,
that
you
has
know?
a hidden thing in it or not. Maybe it does.
Because like I know what the NES had like a thing right where you open like the flap in the back
It had
or
like a
something, and it
Mario
was-
level.
Yeah. So I'm sure that's something. I don't know what it is, but yeah. We're talking Lego, and I did that today this week.
And now we're talking Mario Kart Tour, which is ending. It has not gotten new content for a year. We knew that, like Nintendo announced when that was going to happen. So it's not like that was a surprise. The only thing that they did was a tie-in with Mario Kart World, but other than that, it's been a rerun of all the content we've already seen.
I'm sorry. Did you do the comment on that last story? I interrupted.
Did I?
Beforehand.
It's an old comment.
Oh.
So I read it already.
Right, because it's an. Sorry again for sorry.
Where was I? So it had a rerun of content for a year, but now Nintendo has announced that the game is going to be discontinued. You will no longer be able to play it soon. This happens September 30th. So get your Mario Kart Tour in now, because Animal Crossing Pocket Camp got an offline version that you can play now. Mario Kart Tour will not be getting an offline version. So when it's discontinued September 30th, it is over. No more.
Could you pay for anything in that game?
You can get like a battle pass that you could pay for, so that that's a monthly subscription, so that it's canceled now. They've already canceled those. And
They thought
if
of
you
everything.
have any, like, there's some sort of currency in the game, like gems or coins, I don't remember. If you have any of those left in your account, you can exchange those for your money back by a certain time. You have a certain amount. I want to say it's over a year after it dies, but yes, you
What's
can get your money
R-Type
back.
gonna do? Wasn't he a big Mario Kart
He
Tour
did
fan?
play. Well, he's got a Switch 2 now, so he's playing World and all that. He's fine. He probably hasn't touched Tour in
Oh.
forever.
Good for him. Glad.
I don't sound like it.
I just didn't know he had a Switch too. I haven't. That's how long it's been since I've spoken to him. So that's sad on my part.
They got a Switch 2 for Ellis's birthday. That's a kid,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he named him after the jerk in Die Hard.
But yes, he was talking about it because he was like, sure. They were like, we're thinking about getting a Switch, and I was like, at the Switch, don't get a Switch now. Like, that's a bad idea to get it now. I said, you can get the Switch 2, play everything that's on the Switch, and then the next 6, 7, 8 years of games that come out. So that's what they did.
Smart.
And they've been playing a whole bunch of stuff. Yes.
Wow. Okay, so somebody posted photos like that's what the cartridges look like, and that's what the cartridges look like for the Lego set. So like they
Pretty good.
rebuilt
Pretty
the
good.
actual circuitry of it.
So yes, Mario Kart Tour is coming to an end. I'm so sorry, but you still got a couple months to play it, so enjoy it while you can. And then, as you may have noticed,
Then it's over.
I provided an no.
What's going on?
What's going on here? Oh, what? No.
Breaking news?
I need.
Is it breaking news or is it family stuff?
Nope, not family news. Important stuff.
And now I get news.
Now I get news.
What?
We want to know as well.
I'm gonna tell you. I want to make sure. I can't figure this out. Okay, so I'll tell you.
Is this breaking?
I'm finding it out right now
Okay,
as this is happening.
I'm
So
glad, because if this is news that you knew already, what a reaction. Continue.
Mario Kart Tour is closing. Internet had reactions to it, and that included the official social media account for the Garfield Kart games. There's 2 Garfield Kart games. And they quote tweeted Nintendo's announcement of Mario Kart Tour being killed.
They're taking a victory lap.
And they said, This is why Garfield Kart is better. We will not randomly kill your game license. And of course, the internet went nuts on it. And I'm like, big swing by Garfield Kart
Wow.
here. Big swing. I'm like, okay, yes, great. You're not online game, not on, or maybe it's on mobile devices. I don't know. Is not shutting down. That's okay. That's great. But, you know, it's dunk on the internet. So Garfield decided to dunk on Mario Kart Tour. But
Lorenzo
when I went to go
Music is
read it
rolling
to
in his
you,
grave.
I noticed that the post is gone. I can see the text, which is why I can still read it to you, but it says not found. So when I go to click on the source link for it, for the Garfield Kart account, it says this post is from a suspended account.
Oh, and there's just a picture of Jim Davis hanging from a tree.
So it looks like, because I know that account, I know that tweet blew up and got very popular. I would imagine some, shoot from the hip social media guy that's doing the Garfield Kart account put that out there. It got all this attention, and some higher up was like, "Why are you doing this?" And then that's what happened. I don't know if that's the case, but that's my
Dang.
guess. So I almost sent it to you and Adam, because I was like, what's Garfield doing here throwing the shade like this? But I was like, but I guess Garfield's kind of like that, but usually only against Nermal and Odie.
Yeah,
So wait,
it's
who
just weird
posted
that
this
it would
then?
come out on a Saturday, not a Monday.
Who posted what?
You didn't just post this? This is from yesterday?
I don't know what question you're asking me.
It's on your news story.
Yeah, what are you asking me?
Did you post this yesterday?
Did I post this story about Garfield yesterday?
Yeah.
Does it say the 10th?
Update 7:10.
Then that's when I posted it. Yes.
So you knew about this then?
I don't know how to make this any more clear. When I posted it, the tweet was live and
Oh, it
viewable
was
by
live.
all.
Okay.
Now it is
I
gone
thought
and
the
the
whole
account is
story was new
suspended.
to you. Sorry.
No, the account suspension
I thought
and
maybe
removal of the
Quince
account is
posted it
no.
and you didn't see it.
I
or
was
something.
also confused, not confused enough that it ruined my time with this story, but like
So the story was
I was confused. I thought that it had just came out now, but no,
No.
the story came out yesterday. It getting deleted came out now.
So you're
well,
shocked.
I found
your
out about
shock
the
is seeing
deletion
it.
right
That's
now.
what you found
Gotcha.
out.
The suspended account right now. I don't know when that suspension happened. But yes, I made the post and the tweet and the account were live at the time.
Jim Davis is tearing heads off, I bet you, behind the scenes.
I'm sorry. This is probably offensive to you. Is he still alive?
Yeah, of course he is. I'm not going to Google it because I'm that confident, but
All right. Well, I will Google it.
oh no,
Jim Davis.
he's definitely still alive, right?
There probably is a Jim Davis.
He is alive.
That's right.
The Jim Davis?
He's turning them all into
He's 80 years
lasagna.
old. And is there new Garfield comics still?
And he also doesn't
don't
write new
know.
comics, but he does handle their social media.
Oh no, Jim!
That would be funny if he.
He shouldn't. You can't let those old
Oh.
people on social
Listen.
media.
Mario and Luigi, they're Italians. Garfield, you can get all the lasagna you want. Right? It's a big Italian food.
Were you asking Italians or Garfield?
I'm just talking to myself.
Okay.
Sorry.
I
they
know
eat
that
only
they just
mushrooms.
opened a brand new Garfield lasagna place. Like it's brand new. I don't know where it is.
Is that
but
the new thing now? We
just
got
opened.
pizza turtle. What is it? Teenage
In
Mutant
the
Ninja Turtles
morning.
pizza
Pizza in the evening.
place.
Is that the new thing? Garfield and lasagna? No. It's like
No. Restaurants based on the characters that ate that food.
well, here's not a new thing.
Ah.
Garfield advertising thing, because he advertises everything and anything all the time.
I
Davis
wanna-
will license out Garfield to anyone.
I wanted to bring that up to you. Watching The Bear, I think it was on Hulu. The ad.
No
a cat.
honey dishes
He's a
at all.
cat.
Isn't that crazy?
Honey, bears.
Oh.
Sorry.
They couldn't bother.
No, the ads. I'm focused in my brain's on the ads. What is it? An Allstate ad? Not is it?
You're telling us the story. We do not know.
What? It's Danny
DeVito.
McBride and
Yeah, Jason
Uh,
Momoa,
Peel. Is it Peel?
Jordan.
Okay.
Jordan Peele.
yeah,
Keegan Michael
Keegan
Key.
Michael Hall.
Keegan Michael.
Anthony Michael. Keegan
Anthony Michael
P.
Peel.
P. Jesus. I started out as me joking, and now I'm trying to say the right thing, and I
then,
can't.
And then the girl from Hawkeye,
Haley.
Haley Steinfeld.
Mhm.
Haley Joel Steinfeld.
Uh, Yeah, no, it's an insurance ad, and like I know you hate ads,
I do.
and like
I do.
what I hate now is that ads are like all celebrities, all over them, and
W. Gogs.
they're like extra obnoxious as far as ads
Walton
go.
G.
What?
Hmm?
Walton? Oh, you guys are talking yourselves.
We're listening to
No,
you.
I know.
I think about it often when I see ads with
Yeah.
celebrities.
Yeah,
on
well,
it. I don't-
blame RoboCop. He started with that Japanese commercial.
Robo
what the
wants
hell,
an
fried
Oreo.
chicken?
I just it's just crazy to me.
They got the Bisco's
celebrities
got
are
a
the ones that
commercial
sell
right
stuff.
there. Robo wants an Oreo. My God, sales will be through the roof. If you don't know what Robo wants an Oreo is, look that line up.
I don't fault celebrities for taking that bag. And
Get your
doing
bag.
Yeah, I mean, that used to really annoy me, but these days it's like I don't blame them. I'd do the same if someone rolled a dump truck full of money up my house, so I could be like, "Oh, Walmart and this guy, and they got everything online, and I'm Walton Goggins."
Oh
then
my
yeah,
God,
I
it's
would
like
do it.
he's here in front of us.
It
That
was. I've been
perfect.
practicing
Exactly like him.
But yeah,
Sorry
you can't
for
blame him.
interrupting.
You can't blame him.
Moving on, I can blame them. I will blame them if it's like
If it's like gambling,
Bet
ad or
365 Casino or some stuff like
what's
that.
his name? John Hamm. That's like
Yeah,
that's egregious because it's a 3-second thing. Of
he
him
needs
just
the money
saying
though.
just
He's got to
that.
feed that hog. It's a big hog. He's eating a
It's Ham.
ham hog. Yes, he is in a lot of those, and well, to be fair, quite a
He
few
needs the
notable
money to-
celebrities are in advertising ones, FanDuel and all
Yeah.
that garbage. Yeah,
He needs
and now
to-
it's all the prediction market ads that they're in. And all
Oh,
that
that's
stuff.
the other thing. Kalshi is
Mhm.
not marketed as a gaming thing. It's marketed as a trading app.
Yeah,
Which I understand.
Totally
Stock
different.
market is also gambling, but like that's interesting to me too that they're remarketing, they're rebranding gambling.
Yep. All right, umami. It's time for my savory releases. Those of you listening anywhere can hear it. The song that is. We cannot, but it's playing. And here's a little choo-choo for you. North America. What do we got this week? Let me tell you. Switch 2. Cozy Grove Camp Spirit Switch 2 edition. Densha Attack comes out July 15th. That is the platformer, jet grind, radio-ish, graffiti, train grinding game with the song from that amazing guy
Oh,
from
yeah.
Daytona.
Yeah, that game looks kind of fun. Actually.
There is a demo on Switch 2 if you'd like to try it. Digimon Story Time Stranger is finally available on Switch 2. Detopia comes out on July 14th. Detopia is from Annapurna. Escape the Backrooms. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink Endless Ragnarok. Gunvolt Chronicles Luminous Avenger. It's not 9. Ix. I don't know how I'm supposed to say it. 1 and 2. So it's both. It's the first 2 Gunvolt games available in a dual collection on Switch 2. And Tito is available on Switch 2.
So you've heard of they're doing those Beatles movies with like 4 individual.
Yes.
They're making Jackson 5 games, and they're starting with the Tito game.
Oh.
And then they're gonna.
All
do
right.
That's how they
other-
spell Tito? I didn't know that.
That's not. It's not. No.
Licensing issue. It is about the person, but they couldn't use the legal spelling.
And Escape the Backrooms. I saw like a title screen or a thumbnail. That's just in general Backrooms. It's not tied to the film or like the other.
Nobody
YouTube
owns the
series.
rights to the Backrooms as an idea, so anybody can go wild with Backrooms stuff. Yes. Switch. What do we get? 4-in-1 Sports Bundle Volume 3. A Good Place to Die. A Little Horror Story. Brain Boost Basic Math 4-choice quiz.
Dr. Kawasaki.
Brain Rot Card Market Simulator. Color Snake. Only brown as far as I'm concerned. Dead Estate. Digimon Story Time Stranger also available on the regular Switch. The MSX2 version of Hide Fuss. Farm Pro 26 Simulator. Funny Folks Cafe. Goldfish. Switch also got Gunvolt Chronicles Luminous Avenger X 1 and 2. Kami 2. Lingix Lingo. Make It Shaved Ice. My Cozy Workplace. Nom Nom Cozy Forest Cafe. Quest Arrest. Red Titans. Rooster Princess Rescue. Roots. Seishin. Is that Roots like
The Kunta
Kunta
Kinte
Kinte?
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not something I want to play. Tabletop Foosball, The Legend of Fireball Gem Vault Edition, Tilt-It Golf, Wheelie Life Simulator, and finally, Wise and Wonders, Secrets of the Universe. Kalas says, I'm always happy when there's a week full of games I'm not interested in. Now I can make more progress on Mina the Hollower, Rhythm Heaven Groove, and Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, Switch 2 Edition. Well, Kalas, sounds like you're quite busy, and I hope you're enjoying all that.
Putting in work.
Now, Josh Roba, if you will, please.
What are the next European masterpieces? Let's find out with Nicky's sweet releases.
Thank you, Josh. Maybe the fan. Thank you, Josh. Oh, maybe your music is still playing. Did you have to stop it?
I hit stop and something stopped. Sorry, guys, we can't hear this stuff. So let me hit Nikki's music because, of course, Nikki's music.
Is that what I sound like?
Why is your music? Oh, here we go.
Is
You're
that
good.
it?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's
You're
real
good.
low. Okay. European eShop releases for the week of July 9th, the year of our Lord 2026. If you got money in your pocket, get ready to spend it. For Switch 2, you've got Escape the Backrooms. Is that a worldwide release, that movie? It doesn't matter. I'm so tired. I don't know why. Never mind. Escape the Backrooms. If you want to escape them, play the game. Grand Blue Fantasy Relinks Endless Ragnarok. Gunvolt Chronicles Luminous Avenger IX, I'll say. It's how the European they announce it in Europe.
That is how they announce it. Not pronounce.
Announce.
No, they announce it that way.
1 and 2 Dual Collection. And Moonlight Peaks. Which
I've heard good things about that game.
is it? Have you?
It is.
For Switch, we have a long list. Bear with me. A Good Place to Die. Brain Boost, Basic Math, 4-choice quiz.
Okay, there you go.
Brain Rot Card Market Simulator.
Dr. Tum 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 Sahor.
Yeah.
hard to
Bubble
read,
Shooter Piratry. Card Party Showdown. Color Snake. Crime Scene. What's wrong? Dino Evolution.
Not what you want to hear the person on a crime scene say. Don't worry,
Oh.
the detective's coming in. What's wrong?
Dino Evolution. Catch dinosaurs and raise anime primeval girls.
What a combination of game of ideas for a game.
Not
Holy
the
crap.
evolution I was expecting.
I'm gonna look that up.
Do you really know about soccer? Oh, there's no question mark. Do you really know about soccer? Egg Console MSX2 version of Heidefoss. Funny Folks Cafe. For Switch, you can also get the Gunvolt Chronicles Luminous Avenger IX 1 and 2, 1+2 Dual Collection. Hidden Clues, Mystery Scene Challenge. What?
I'm saving it for the end. It's that
Okay.
good.
In Fair Spirits, Kawaii Anime, Cute Boys Magic World, Kitty Farm Island, Lost Little Things. Make It, Shaved It. It's supposed to say Shaved Ice? I thought.
Yes.
Oh, Make It, Shaved Ice. Or
Sorry, I'm not looking at
in
the
Europe,
list.
it might be announced as Make It, Shaved It. Memorize the Evidence, 1 minute memory mystery. Good luck to me. Moonlight Peaks.
Good luck to you.
My Cozy Workspace, Myth Match. What a matching games, huh? Parking Simulator, Retro Car Driving. Wonder if the whole game takes place in like back in the day, or just the cars. What do you think?
Just the cars.
Place and learn 19 by 19 mental math. Maybe that's times 19 times 19 mental math. Quiet Evidence, a detective mystery case. A lot of detective mystery stuff this week. What? Are you
What's
still
wrong?
looking
What's wrong with you?
Detective.
Oh.
Same guy as on that case.
Yeah. Rage District, Humanity Armageddon. Wow. Red Titans, Rooster, Princess Rescue, Scholar Adventure, Mystery of Silence. Shason?
Jason.
Tenshi no Uta, The Angel's Verse Collection. The Fissure, The Legend of Fireball. The Person Living Next Door. Wise and Wonders, Secrets of the Universe. And last but not least, Your Intelligence Will Be Exposed, Mystery Observation Challenge.
Is there a comment, Nikki?
Yes, by Conan Giga.
Sure.
I don't know. Waiting for that sweet Japanese physical of Gunvolt Chronicles Luminous Avenger IX or X 1 and 2 dual collection, Nintendo Switch 2 edition to arrive.
I love that developer.
Can you tell us how to pronounce that IX, please?
I would love to have some physical version of one of those games because I really do like them and the games. Okay, so I told you I'd save it for the end. Dino Evolution, catch dinosaurs and raise anime primeval girls. Here you go. They ruled Earth for millions of years. Now one of them wants what?
I'm sorry. Did you stop the music?
I did.
Okay, sorry.
One of them wants to go on a date with you. You came here to hunt dinosaurs. Nobody warned you they'd be this cute once you caught them. Battle prehistoric creatures in turn-based combat. Wear them down and capture them. Then watch as they transform into anime girls with a wild, primal side you won't see coming. So yes, this is true. You catch dinosaurs and evolve them into sexy anime women.
All right.
And we have
You want me to sex up dinosaurs?
I'm gonna have to take a screenshot to send this to the Discord. But they have one screen that shows you the evolution of the dinosaur and into the girl it turns into. I'm doing it. Did I do it? And here you go.
Oh dear.
There you go. They start off as that yellow dinosaur on the left, and when you evolve them, they turn into that anime lady on the right.
Well, this one image here, there's something. She didn't lose the tail.
She didn't lose the tail. Oh, that image.
I think it's a tail.
I might have to review this game if you're not already reviewing it, Nikki Hill. Hentai correspondent. And this is only $25. So there you go. A fierce T-Rex girl who challenges everything you say, but secretly respects strength.
Whoa.
A speedy raptor girl who disappears mid-date and thinks that's totally normal. A gentle brachiosaurus girl who's soft-spoken but will absolutely not share her food. Your choices decide how close you get and how far things go. Wow.
My goodness. Looks like extinction's getting reversed, baby.
Whoa!
I have to think about that one. All right.
Because he's going to have sex with the anime girls and make more dinosaurs.
No.
Okay. No, sure. That's fine. We will take all the sexual related dinosaur jokes we can get.
There's a meteoric rise happening in my pants.
No, I just want to think about stupid puns. I want to do at least one.
Not the mama. That's not what I heard.
Stone Age, more like the Bone Age.
Hey-o.
Hey-o. Oh, Slider's got a good one. To rock your world.
Nice.
Keep them coming, everybody. If you got, and I like yours right up with the effect, even though it's not sexual. He says something. I'm having a dino crisis. Perfect. All right, Nikki Hill, what have you been playing?
I think the only thing that I did was I booted
really
up.
Bad one. I can't say it. Like offensive bad. I can't say it.
I just started BioShock Infinite, but I didn't really get very far into it.
Independence Day game.
I know, and I wanted to get into it, but then I got distracted with other stuff, and I had to take care of some things, and then I couldn't get back to it.
How far did you get?
Not far. I just got a weapon.
So you threw the ball. You were gonna throw the ball, and now you got that. Now you got like that
apple, yeah.
That thing that.
Yeah.
The skyline. It's called.
Perhaps you'd like to bounce it.
Yeah, I thought it was like an ice cream scoop, but
Okay.
Yeah, I just punched some guys in the face. And then I got a
Nice.
couple of weapons. And there was a guy who made everything burn.
Yep, the fireman.
And I'm a dope. I don't know how to play video games. There's barrels of fireworks all over the place. I didn't shoot at one of them.
So
I didn't even think about it. It was like it didn't even occur to me. And then I picked up some fire and I was like, oh, fireworks, fire hands. Let's try it. And that worked.
Well, I can top that with that game too, because I played the whole game to the very end
And never changed.
and never used any of the stuff. I was playing
But
it like
that's
it was a
you.
regular first-person shooter, just the gun.
Oh, you didn't
and-
use any vigors at all, you mean?
Yep.
But that's
Not a one.
that's also like how you play games.
But
too.
I
mean,
wasn't
that's
doing it
part of
as
the
a
game.
decision.
Yeah.
I just don't know what happened to me, and my brain malfunctioned for the entire game.
Wow.
And I got to the final boss. I was like, "This guy's really difficult. How am I supposed to do this?" And I was like, "Wait, what about these things?" And I was like, "Oh,
Well, that's like
what
how
have I been playing?"
that's like how I
That's crazy.
played. I played so much of. I think it was. Is it Skyward Sword where there's like
Heard of it?
the battle? Like there's a boss fight where there's a bunch of like floating plants and you have to hook shot to each one. It may have been
No, that is Twilight Princess.
Twilight
where you got.
Princess.
I love the version you just said. I don't know what
That's
word
awesome.
that was,
That's
but that was amazing.
Um,
Yeah, where you got to go up the towers with the hook shot, and there's the thing. It's like some plant bird thing flying in the middle. Yes.
Yeah, and you have to hook shot all the way around.
Yeah.
I did that without aiming.
I
the
watched
entire
Mom Brain
time,
do the same
and
thing.
I wanted to blow my brains out.
I also wanted.
I was
to
like,
do
I don't know why this is so hard.
This is the hardest boss fight in the game. They say that the water temple in Ocarina of Time is bad. This
Yeah.
is terrible.
Yeah, because I just don't think. But yeah, I started playing it. I started getting a little dizzy, like motion sickness. So it threw me off a little bit. But I also I just got distracted and I haven't gone back. So I didn't even accomplish my first objective. But we'll see. Crazy world.
Is that it?
Yeah, you.
That's cool.
Well, and my
Do-
puzzle thing, I'm up to like 90 something days.
Q-less?
Oh, I did start that. I started back on Q-less again this week, the dice game.
I got a new game to tell you about, like a
The,
word game.
No, the Impulse app.
Yeah, yes.
Trying to stretch my brain.
Very cool. Do you think you're going to go back to BioShock Infinite?
I mean, I would like to. I bought the 3-pack. I want to play it, but I don't know how I manage time. Like I wake up and then I look out the window. I'm like, oh, it's getting dark already, and then it's bedtime.
What time are you waking up?
9 p.m.
Yeah, 8:23 p.m. No, a lot of my life just is about what my dog wants. She's got to go for a walk, and I like to spend the time on long walks. And then I got back on the
for a walk.
treadmill for 2 days this week. So, and I'm watching 2 episodes a walk. So that's like 90 minutes. So that cuts in a lot of time too.
What are you watching?
Right now, Spider Noir.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like it.
Black and white.
Yes.
My man.
It also helps too with like the special effects, like the visual effects or whatever, the backgrounds and the environments, because it's like more fantastical or something for me, where it's like we're in this artificial world and stuff.
I'm fed up with this world.
It's interesting to me that there's like no other superheroes or whatever at this time and everything too, because it was making me think of like X-Men and stuff like that, where it's like, oh well, if this is
X-Men.
people who are in stressful situation, or like what Deadpool, like you go through, like you have a genetic mutation, but you don't actually like mutate until you're put in like a life or death situation. But yeah, that's it. What are you playing?
Ooh, I'm playing Animal Crossing Old Horizons. There was a fishing tourney today. I didn't take part, but it's that time of year. I just realized too that I didn't have my Switch on me on my birthday this year, so I didn't like log in to like just get wished a happy birthday by my villagers, which was sad. But I'm just like going through the motions with that game. It's not even playing it. It's just kind of like visiting every morning while I have my coffee. But we played some Fortnite, and I guess we're going to be taking a short break from Fortnite while you have your vacation,
I
RMC.
mean, don't take a break on my account, but
I think we should take a break. Look, we had a lot of fun last night. I have fun playing with my friends, and that's great. I played a little bit more of BioShock Infinite. I didn't beat it yet. I was totally planning on beating it, and I got to my favorite part in the game, and I was like, this is my favorite part. And then I just spent like a bunch of time walking around the area because it's just like awesome. It's totally awesome. And
a real any Austin approach here.
yeah, it was kind of like that actually. There's this part, it's not a spoiler, it's like later in the game, and like there's a storm happening, and it's cool because up until that point it's like beautiful blue skies and like idyllic whatever, and then you get to this storm and it's like crazy, like it's like this crazy storm. You're in a city in the sky.
I
You're going through
remember it well.
you're going through the cemetery, which obviously
Oh my
is
God.
big for me as well. And our musical buddy Scott Bradley, his part.
Cemetery in the sky. That's crazy. Continue.
That is kind of crazy now that you think about it. I never thought about that.
We're gonna put this floating island up here just to bury dead people.
Yeah, that's interesting. I never thought about that. But anyways, I don't think I'm going to be going back to BioShock Infinite. I've beaten it a bunch, but because I've started playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced.
First time?
No. It's
I don't know. I don't know the order of Assassin's Creed.
It's
It's
brand
okay.
new. It's a remake.
Yeah, it's a remake.
remake.
It's a remake of Black Flag, which was an Assassin's Creed game from like 2013 or something.
Oh my God.
So to be honest, it didn't really, I don't know if it needed a remake because it still looks pretty good, but I think a lot of it is probably just like my rose tinted glasses. It's one of those, they did a good remake for me in the case that it sticks really close to the original game as far as gameplay goes, and like all the cutscenes are the same. If you took a quick glance at it, you'd be like, oh, they just re-upped it, or what is it called when they just like they don't remake it but they just HD remake it?
Upscaled.
Remaster.
Yeah, like a
Remaster.
remaster. Thank you. At first you'd think it was just a remaster, but if you like look at all the changes they made and all the things that they've done, it is a true remake. And they've done it in, like I said, in a way that I like, because it seems, I haven't played it, but it seems like it's the Star Fox remake, where it's like we kept what made the game what it was, and we just improved what needed to be improved for 2026. The thing about this Assassin's Creed game is that it still feels like a game from 2013. Not a bad thing. Look, I really like the original, so I'm playing through it and enjoying my time with it going back. But it's not like it's going to blow anybody away as far as gameplay. Like, it still is kind of glonky. Like, the controls are a little glonky.
Well, it's selling insanely well.
It was a popular game, so I see why it is. I guess people are enjoying it. Like I said, I like all the pirate elements, and that's what's really fun for me. And it's got like a lot of good pirate detail. But yeah, the movement is like so glonky. Like, I was like, man, I forgot like how awkward Assassin's Creed really is. Like, you want to jump on certain things and it'll like think you wanted to jump over here, or like there's the haystack you need to jump in. I guess I'll jump directly head first into the concrete. And it's like, it's like, why is this still happening when you remade the game? But for me, it really doesn't get in the way, because I'm enjoying myself. But I wouldn't necessarily recommend it to anybody who's either like expecting a brand new Assassin's Creed as far as play style.
Yeah, but the new one had a woman. Nobody wants that.
Well,
A
They
black guy
say-
too. Oh my God.
that's terrible. Why
According
would they
to
do that?
AI, it's built from the ground up remake. So that's interesting that like the same kind of
It's
issues are there.
Yeah, I don't know how ground up, because it definitely uses the same like gameplay style, I guess you would say, or whatever, for movement. But they did update the fighting system, and I like it a lot. Actually, I was kind of worried that I wouldn't enjoy the fighting system, but I find it really engaging. It's funny because a couple of months ago we were playing Fortnite, and Music Man was like, I'm interested in Black Flag Resync. Should I get it? And I was like, no, it looks like crap. It looks like the same thing. Don't get it. You shouldn't play it. You know what? Do whatever you want, Music Man. If you like pirates, you might like this game. I personally don't think you will enjoy it all that much, but don't let me stop you from trying it out. And I was wrong to tell you just to play the original before, even though that would have been just fine. This one's really cool. It looks nice. It's beautiful. I love sailing the open seas. I love everything on the boat is great. All the crew, what they say, what they sing, everything you do, like they'll call it out and there'll be a response from the crew, and it just feels really cool. It's silly stuff to think about, like how simple that is, but like you feel pretty awesome sailing the seas and like yelling out captain's orders and doing all these crazy things and having them sing shanties and stuff. So I like all of that stuff personally. So I'm having fun going through it again. I don't regret my purchase, but I can see somebody like who's nostalgic buying it and being like, oh, it wasn't as great as I remember. You know what I mean? Like, even though they did a really great job with this remake, I can see people like being like, like I remember it being like way better than this. But yeah, so I think, I think I'm liking it, and
I think I'm really starting to like this Black Flag game.
There's a bunch of like collectibles too, and I don't always get in on collectibles, but for certain games, if I'm enjoying the gameplay, then I will. So for this one, I'm kind of like relishing in going to all these uncharted islands and snooping around and exploring and finding, outfits or sails or stupid cosmetic upgrades that I like. Me. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. It feels like a dated game. I mean, it looks great, plays fine. It just feels like it's aged. It's a 13-year-old game or something, like, and it feels like it. Plus it's Assassin's Creed, so if you've played like one of them from that era, then you've pretty much played them all as far as gameplay goes.
Is Michael Fassbender in this?
He's not in it, unfortunately, but yeah, not yet anyways. But yeah, so I'm enjoying my time with it, and yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that.
You go to islands and you do go to lands, because I was kind of thinking it was going to be a really short game because you're just on a boat the whole time.
Yeah, well, yeah,
once you assassinate everybody, what's left to do?
Yeah, that's the thing, is like the story's never been all that fascinating, and the gameplay, has aged poorly. There's like, follow this character while he talks, and then like hide and assassinate this guy, and that takes like literally 2 seconds, and then that's that. So the Assassin's Creed stuff in it, I think, has aged poorly. The pirate stuff is still very, very fun. I'm really into like all the pirate stuff, so that's what's like really great. And there's a fun way to kind of keep track of every island you go to and like what's left to do on that island. So it's kind of fun to like do everything that you can on an island, and then it turns gold and you're like, now I got a gold thing on my map, and you can go from there if you're into it. So for me, I'm enjoying it, but it does feel like a dated experience. But yeah, I mean, Assassin's Creed Black Flag was my favorite Assassin's Creed game, and I appreciate that they kept so many things the same. Like, they didn't re-record the shanties. It's all like the same voice actors, all the cutscenes, are exactly the same. They're just, they look nicer and the sound design is nicer. So they kept what was working, and that's what I really appreciate about it. They didn't do like a Capcom thing where it's like, let's make it totally different and it'll only feel similar, like. So I appreciate what they did with this. It's just whether or not you feel like you are ready for a remake from a 13-year-old game. So good luck
To you.
good luck to you, everyone out there on the high seas. And RMC, what have you been playing?
Thanks for asking. I didn't play too much this week. The game I played most was Rhythm Heaven Groove, because I'm working my way through those games and it's great. And there's nothing else to really say about it because, I'm just playing little games and hearing new songs, and I'm on the back half of like the second half of the game. So I'm getting new songs and harder versions of some of the games I've already played, which is a lot of fun. I'm totally down with that. So, really enjoying that game, and I'm very excited to play it in North Carolina with family because some of them are musically inclined and some of them are not, and I'll be very interested to see how it all works out, but I'm sure it'll be a blast. So I played that. And then really all I played was the legacy stuff. I played Wario Land because it's been such a long time since I played that. I beat the first world in Wario Land and I cleared out all the secrets and everything. Such a charming game, even more charming than I remembered. And the thing I remembered most about Wario Land is how there's a real puzzle element to the platforming for getting like secret treasures and bonus exits through stages. And like they do right off the bat, they do something really cool. The map screen shows you dots, and dots on stages, if it has an extra dot, lets you know that there's more than one exit. And in the first world, you can't get to the second exit of a stage until you beat the boss, because after you beat the boss, the tide comes in. And then when you go back to an earlier level, the water has risen in that level, and now you can reach an area you couldn't get to before. And I was like, man, that's really cool. And that game is filled with all kinds of little touches like that. Plus, all the treasures to find and all the money to get for the reason at the end that I won't say. But it's really fun, very nostalgic. And I remembered a lot of the first world. I'll be eager to see how much I remember from the second world going on. But
Which one is this? Is this when you put
Wario
on, like, the
Land.
hats?
I mean, that's Wario Land, but
Is that always the like when you
he
put on the
does hats
bull
in a lot of
hat
games. Yep.
and the dragon hat?
Yep.
Is that this one or that's
Yep.
all of them?
I mean, it's this one. It's not all of them, but that pops up in multiple Wario games.
I just don't know the one that I played. And there's a couple Wario games now.
Look at the trailer.
Well, I'm trying to find it on the website.
Wario Land.
But this is Game Boy.
Yes. Not Game Man.
Mm.
Yeah, just go look at the Nintendo's YouTube channel. You can see the trailer.
No, I want to see all the games if I can. I don't know if I'm going to be able to.
all the Wario games, you mean?
Yeah, I want to get to those eventually.
Most of them, maybe all of them are available now, all the Wario Land games. But yes, it was great. Had a lot of fun, and I'm interested in going back to play a little bit more. So I did that, and I played Fortified Zone for the first time, and I beat that game in like
But I beat that game.
25 minutes, 30 minutes maybe. And
run.
so every level is a grid. You can look at a map and see every square, and it shows you where the openings are. I went through every square on every map. So I did everything you could possibly do, and I still beat that game in 25 minutes. It is like very bare bones. It is, what were you saying earlier, Contra, and what Metal Gear? It moves more like Metal Gear, certainly. Your character is sluggish like Snake is. And the shooting is honestly more like Metal Gear. You just shoot and enemies take like 2 or 3 hits and they're dead, and you can get like a flamethrower and a spread shot like Contra, but they don't matter because the enemies are never a threat, and
I was
they
watching
don't
a
take a long
video
time
before.
to kill.
Every screen that you walk onto, they're not facing you, and you have plenty of time to kill them before they turn around to you. if they even
Yeah,
turn to
sometimes
you.
you'll walk in the screens and everybody's just hanging out, not doing anything, and it's still until you take another step, they'll just sit there. So yeah. But yeah, I used the power-ups only to see what they did because I was like, what does this thing mean? Oh, it gives me a fire shot. And then I went right back to my regular gun because nobody takes long to kill anyway. The levels are kind of like mazes. There's 4 altogether. They get more intricate, but again, I beat the game in 25 minutes, so there's nothing really involved. Each one ends with a boss fight. There are some cool little wrinkles that are impressive for back in the Game Boy day. Like there's a stage where you have to fall through holes to get to another portion of the map that's below you. And I was like, oh, it's pretty cool for the time. And really, that's all there is to it. It's not bad. It's not good. It just kind of is. And like I said, if I had it back in the day, I would have played it over and over and over and over again. And I would have thought this is not a very enjoyable game, but here we are. But I've played many, many, many worse games. And if you're looking for 20 to 30 minutes to kill with a game you've never played before, maybe give it a shot. But don't go in with any high expectations. So I played that. And I also played Puzzle League. I didn't play Dr. Mario because I suck at Dr. Mario, but I fired up Dr. Mario and Puzzle League on the GBA Nintendo Classics and played a lot of Puzzle League, which again is the same as Tetris Attack. So you match the tiles and they disappear. And I was playing the mode that's like it's like mission mode for lack of a better term. So it's like clear out all these lines until you reach a line in the stage. You have to have your tower of blocks below the line to defeat the stage. Or it's like clearing lines will fill up a meter and you have to fill the meter all the way before you can go on to the next stage. But you're doing the same stuff in all of them. But, as it goes on, the blocks start up higher. The speed is quicker. So you've played puzzle games before. You know what they're like. It's fun. It's really fun. I like Puzzle League a lot. You give me any way to play Tetris Attack and I am in. So it's a great time killer if you're just looking to pick up something and play it for a little bit. This is fantastic. I really love it. But really, if you haven't played any Tetris Attack, Panel de Pon, Puzzle League, they're all the same. If you haven't played any of them, go give one of them a try. There's Panel de Pon on the Super Nintendo collection on Switch. There's Puzzle League in the GBA collection. I don't know if there's more than that. So you got options, but it's good stuff. And really, that's all I played this week. I was had a whole bunch of stuff going on. Like I said, I was feeling funky, not physically, mentally, and just that's all that I played. Questions. Send your questions to GoNintPod@gmail.com.
Where?
GoNintPod@gmail.com.
Maybe I will.
They can be about Nintendo. They can be about video games, or they can be about Nintendo in general. See, if I do it different, then I throw myself completely out of whack. They can be about video game. They can be about Nintendo. They can be about video games in general, or they can be about whatever the hell you want. PT says, I missed the Patreon discussion on rhythm games since I was out of town. RMC, I need to ask, have you seen the game Dead as Disco? It's a 3D beat 'em up a la Arkham Asylum where your presses have to be timed to the song. You can even import your own music. I'd watched the GN stream of that. Yes, I have heard of that. And I've seen a ton of footage of it. And I do like it. And I am down for it. But here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the type of person that wants to pick the music I put into the game. I want you to give me a game that's got great music in it. And I play that. And I mean original music. Like, is it cool that you can put, give me a song, any song.
Rhythm of the Night.
Is it cool that I could put Rhythm of the Night in there and I can beat people up to the beat of that song? Yes, that's very cool. But I don't want to do that. I want to go into the game and hear original music and play the game to the beat of those songs.
I tried to pick one that would change your mind for just a second for this example, but
No,
man,
there's
couldn't
none.
even do it.
Name my favorite song in the world, which I don't know what that is. But no, I don't want to put my songs in the
Tell
game.
me a fable.
Mm.
A fable.
Barbie
It'd be fun. It'd be fun. Yeah, no, that's a very cool feature, and I really think that's awesome, and it's a very unique idea. But I personally don't want to do that. I don't know. The game may have its own songs in it, which maybe it does, and then I'm all about it. But I don't want to sit down to play a game and be like, okay, what kind of game am I going to make for myself? I don't want to do that. I just want to play the game. But it probably has its own soundtrack too. But yes, I'm very interested in that game, and I love any rhythm game, so I'm down to give it a shot. But I've seen lots of footage to people doing, Queen songs.
But
and
wouldn't you welcome a feature like that in like like a rock band or I don't know, some music game like that? Or
Yes, I would welcome it in any rhythm game ever. It is a welcome feature, but it is not for me. I'm not going to use it, but I think it's a fantastic idea and it should be there. Yes, that's great. Like, I think it should be in Rhythm Heaven. If you could have a Rhythm Heaven, I know that exists on PC. People have done their own where you string together a series of Rhythm Heaven games, and in the game, and then you pick a song and it matches the beat to that would be awesome. Yeah, I don't want to do that.
but you wouldn't do it.
I don't want to do. Yeah, one of my favorite parts about Rhythm Heaven is the fact that it has original music. That's why I love it. I like hearing those new songs. And if I could put Deltarune songs in it, I'd be like, this is really cool. But I don't. And it helped me play the game because I already know the song. So there's something, I guess. But I don't know what to tell you. I'm just not into it. But yes, I think that game looks cool, and I know it's very popular on PC, so hopefully it comes to consoles. But if it does, then you won't be able to put in your own music. So I don't know how likely that is. We also have a Patreon question. Nikki Hill, did you know that you can join the GoNintendo Patreon for $1?
Yeah,
For
$1.
$1. And Slider64 did, and they asked this: if you had to pose like George, what objects would you have a hard time holding on to? What I mean, anything. I feel like I'd have a hard time holding on to anything George has a hard time holding on to.
Fabergé eggs.
Yeah, it would be difficult.
Are we saying George? I see. I need to
Posed
think about
like
this more.
George, so posed like him there.
So I am literally posed like George. What
never
am I
thought
having a
about
hard
it,
time
but-
holding on to? I know those. Not sex toy, not sex toy at all. The kid toys with the water in them, and they're, you know what I'm talking about. Every museum and gift shop has them.
Yeah.
Try and hold any of those normally, and you can't do it. Imagine holding them like that. Forget it. They'd be shooting all over the place.
do it.
George, I never really noticed, but you're not even using your right hand to hold those limes.
Heard it in the war.
Which war was that?
My body was on the lime. I don't want to talk about it.
The front limes.
The front line.
I was on the front limes.
Sorry to bring it up, George. You look great.
Thank you.
Thanks.
In the future, though, maybe just like untuck your shirt and use it as a basket.
Don't tell me how to live my life. My lime. George, you're a little ornery today. Is everything okay?
I feel lime.
I'm gonna be in this house alone. Nobody's gonna be here with me. Dude, will you come visit me?
Of course I will. I mean, of course I will.
Please don't imitate me. It's rude. Will you feed me like you're gonna feed Piper? I'll give you one guess what I want to eat. That's funny, George. All right, that's it. That's it. We're done with the show. That's all we got. The Lemon Lime War 47. That was it, SD. You got it. Man, what a war that was.
We did both questions.
We did both questions. There is no
Oh, yeah.
music, and now the show is over, as everybody knows.
Oh, as everybody knows, until we do something new and exciting.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dew's Views. It's never news. Rumor of the week with Dew Michaels.
I thought it was Story.
Many did. Ladies and gentlemen, as you may know, I send my spiders and my flies all over the video game realm, and they find, they creep and they crawl and they fly, and they find all kinds of rumors that you're not going to hear anything anywhere else. Video game rumors.
Yep.
And we talk about them here. I reveal them here for the first time ever. In fact, this is the first time I'm even reading them. I'm getting handed the note right now from my top spider. And there's actually a note.
Didn't know there was a top spider.
There's a top spider and there's a second fly. And the second fly has added a note here that says that usually these are rumors that you've never heard anywhere before. But today we're doing something a little different with Dew's Views. This is actually a true story.
Holy crap.
100% true.
Break news.
Get on Kalshi and bet on it. That's
I
what I'm
am
saying.
honored to be a part of this. This is amazing.
This
Thank you
is-
for choosing this platform to make the real, very true news
Don't thank me yet.
known to the world.
Wait till you hear how good this one is. So, ladies and gentlemen, we talked a bit earlier about the guy from The Bear, Ebon Moss Bacharach, being rude, potentially rude to fans.
I've been making this joke a lot lately, but I am going to do it. Did you just cast a spell?
I
That man's name sounds like.
I did. So he because of all the flack he's been getting about not doing his catchphrase in that one video clip that we all saw for 10 seconds, he and Charles Martinet have joined forces to create a guild to stop celebrities from doing their catchphrases. Charles Martinet cited the interaction with me actually as one thing that he resented about his celebrity.
Wow.
So
I'm sorry to hear that, dude. That
I
must
am
hurt.
too. It hurts, but I'm a true newsman, and I would never keep this information from
As
the public.
all true newsmen would say. I'm a true newsman.
So newsman.
What did you do the other week? You sang part of something. Remember, it was really funny.
I would have never.
It was part of this segment.
It
I
was
want to
on
say
the podcast.
Yeah, because we were both cracking up at it. You randomly sang. It was like last week's episode or the episode before. It was really funny. But anyway, thank you for the information, true newsman. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Wait,
So,
was there more? I thought you were about to say something else.
there's never any more. It's just ramblings that are coming out.
I'll break your knees for playing my games, says Red Souza. That's perfect. All right, everybody. As I said, this week is vacation week for me, so I won't be here. We will not have a new podcast, but as the people have demanded, they want the lost episode. So regular podcast time next week, audio only. Well, no, I'll put the video live too, but regular time. So 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, somewhere around there, New Jersey time 4. Your lost episode will be posted on the internet, so it will go to your usual places where you normally get the podcast. It will be roughly an hour until the show craps out. So hope you enjoy. Better than nothing.
It's interesting too because it's so timely.
At an hour that it happened?
No, the fact that it's weekly news and the other things that we talk about happen like relatively within the week prior and stuff like that. It's all. And now it's just going to be a couple weeks old. So
I mean, we didn't even get to like we didn't even get to like the
actual news.
The news. I think we just barely got in. We were playing a guessing game about something.
Yeah,
I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was a sales related thing.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know.
Whose fingers in my mouth? But that we didn't play that on the actual.
The answer is always
I wasn't
not
playing.
enough. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, and you'll see. Mandela affect us next week. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
After show, anything? Anyone? Want to talk more about that hentai dinosaur game?
Oh, you just said something else that made me think of something else.
You just said something else that made me think of something else. That was like a YouTube poop.
Can you tell your inappropriate dinosaur joke now?
No. Don't.
Yes, if I can remember it.
Maybe don't.
I don't. I remember one word specifically, and I don't want to say it because then it'll spoil half the joke. God damn it! It was based off of something one of you said, and it was a word that was 2 parts. What word would that be?
Oh, I thought of one.
Go right ahead.
On her backosaurus.
Okay,
but it's not because it's
you go with the standard Licholotopus.
Brontosaurus. Yeah, oh, that works.
It's right there. I mean, that's been there for years. So.
Well, I was thinking Brontosaurus, and then it was or Brachiosaurus on her Brachiosaurus.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, keep workshopping it. Yeah. I remember the 2 words now, but now I don't know what the reference was. What does that sound like?
Was it something that somebody said in the because you were reading?
Well, there was the Turok one.
Yeah.
But
I do remember the 2 words, but I can't remember. It's a phrase that's related to dinosaurs in some way.
Jurassic?
No, I keep thinking that too. And I keep thinking ass thick. But I'm sorry. All I could do is tell you the 2 gross words, but I can't
It's all right.
tell you what the joke
It's all
is.
right. We'll take the 2 gross words.
Do you really want them?
No.
Okay. Because I was going to say, I listen. The people watching this will never know or have to wait a few weeks to find out. But if I think of it while you guys are still here, you'll be able to hear it. So you'll hear it no matter what. God, what was it? It was a stupid joke related to dinosaur. It was either 2 words or 1 word with 2 syllables, and it rhymed with blank blank. I'm not gonna make you guys look. Yeah, as Steve says, keep digging. I mean, I got to the 2 words, but I can't for the life of me think of what they would rhyme with. God, it's gonna annoy me so much.
I shouldn't have brought it up.
No, I was already kind of thinking about it. I'll take, this has to end, but I'll take one more terrible, sexy dinosaur joke if you got one.
I mean, the ones that came up with were
Mm,
basic.
The one you guys say Tyrannosaur ass?
Oh,
that's in the
now it's
Discord.
Tyrannosaur ass? Oh, okay. All right. Then that doesn't count.
Someone got it.
Did someone say Stegosaur ass? It's like
sticker.
Patrick Stewart
Stick
saying,
a
and then their
sword.
clothes fall
Uh,
off. Sexy, dirty dinosaur joke.
Sexy Goldblum.
paleontology.
Okay.
Where's the joke?
Orgy.
Oh,
It's in there.
paleontology to paleontology?
It's
I just thought that's how they study.
God, it's gonna piss me off. I can't believe I can't think of it.
oh,
Blinded says Tyrannosaurus sex.
I mean, raptor.
No, somebody said
I
that in the
don't even
Discord.
wanna-
Yeah, we're
yeah.
not doing that one.
Oh, and I also thought of another guilty pleasure.
Oh, well, go ahead. All right, let's end it on a serious note. That's
Yeah,
great.
It's
Oh.
pornography.
That's definitely how we're ending. There you go. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hang out with friends and family. Or no. Hang out, rest, relax. You deserve it. Play some games with friends and family. Perfect, Red Souza. And I'll see you in 2 weeks. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. And we are done.